frown, said you have to leave town, for your nerves are run down. No fear, I'm not going to die, I just dropped in to say goodbye. So goodbye to the lights and the glorious nights, it's the price I am paying for my cabareting, and the old doctor tells me my liver is queer. I must rest for a year. I have nervous prostration from that hesitation, but I don't regret it. The bankroll, I'll bet that if I'm in good condition a year from today, why, I'll do it all over again. I've turned night into day. I have seen every play, been in every cafe, and everything just seems to be right. So my life has been one big Arabian night. You see no more tangos.
Spray paint? That smells like garbage. Oof. I don't know what that is, but it's making me what? A dog? I know the smell. That smells like ass.
Whoa. Whoa. Check it out. I'm the Winter Soldier.
Easy does it there, White Wolf.
Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Friday Fallout. It's been a week. Yeah, things and stuff.
It's been a week.
I'm not even going to ask everyone how they're doing. I'm going to get chat out of the way first before anything. Shout out to Wintucky Shine. He was here at 5:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Pacific Mountain Time. Said new Wi-Fi TV setup, and I was not feeling well, so I called off work today. Hang out with the best Fallout family. The stroke's kicking in. Cheers, y'all. Love you, Wintucky. Hope you didn't fall asleep. Stu Rep, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Mr. Big Rick's in the house. Also, shout out to Big Rick. He keeps posting our channel shows and stuff in like different Discords and stuff. He's doing God's work because you couldn't pay me to go on Discord again. Oh my fucking God. I'd never see a hand check again with dirty fingernails. Never mind. I work in the industry. We got Mr. Snorkel. We got Geekus. We got Cloudy Flavor. What's up? How are you? Let's see. I already said Stu Rep, I believe. We got Mr. Ian Covenant. Wintucky Shine is awake. Good to see you. And yeah, that's everyone's talking so far. So as you come in, I'll randomly blurt out in the middle of someone's heartfelt story that you are here. The rest of you, we're happy you're here. Anyways, we're all here. We don't know for how long, and we'll go ahead and get right into it and start with the shortest sweet one. Snorkel, what's up? All right, Geekus, how's it going, man? No. No, what's up, Snorkel? How are you? I can see that
you had it right the first time. Move it along.
I can see they got the nuclear power plant back up. You have your string lights on.
Yeah. The little tiny light bulbs are up and running.
Snorkel looks like he's doing reporting from Ukraine right now.
Snorkel's got a little pedal set up underneath his desk.
That's why you can't see my legs. I am literally pedaling as we speak.
Snorkel's monitor runs off a Power Wheels battery.
Yeah.
Geekus, what's up, dude? How was your trip? You were gone.
Trip was a good time, man. Drove out to the east coast of Canada, and that was fun as hell. Got to see some stuff I hadn't seen before, and got to relax for a little bit, which was kind of nice for the first time in a long time. Yeah, it was good. And
Nice.
I'm back to work, and that sucks.
Yeah.
But I'm here, and that sucks less.
All right. Bye, Snorkel. I guess someone hit the power plant. How are you, Anthony?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
fuck.
just stopped the video.
I swear to God, mute first before you start going at it.
Oh, no, you're going to hear all the fapping. Just fap, fap.
Does wrinkly skin flap like that? Like, does it have the resiliency? We'll find out more in 5. Anthony, you've got to have had quite a week.
Yes. First off, I want to give condolences to Geekus. Obviously, the old lady has passed away, and
And our Aussie friends, the Commonwealth.
and the Aussie friends also.
Yeah, the Aussie friends. Yeah, they all have a King Charles now. Ew.
Yeah, it's the king. And
Do you have King Charles
I
in a
didn't think I
can?
would see that in my lifetime. I was like, this old bitch is going to hang on longer than I am. Like,
she's gonna ride it out. Big time.
I don't mean that any disrespect. She has been around forever. And I heard today on the news, we'll get into that in a minute. But I heard today on the news that it was actually the longest period of time for any monarch in England to actually be on the throne.
It was like fucking 13
that's kinda
presidents.
crazy.
13 U.S. presidents, I think. Something like 13 to 15 U.S. presidents, 70 fucking years, man. Like,
So did she just go home to the home planet? Is that what
I'm
happened?
pretty
in that
sure the
situation?
Andromeda Galaxy, yeah, they just
Okay.
beamed her back.
I'm
up.
pretty
they
sure
just-
that she's being held up right
Or
now.
Betty White was getting lonely, so Betty White was just like, hey, Queen, show up.
All I know is Princess Diana is
Right,
laughing
is-
right now
let's
because
go.
she's not letting her in the gates. So there's that.
Yeah, no more Dirty Diana.
Yeah.
So I don't have YouTube pulled up right now because I'm working off my internet hotspot. Because when I woke up on Tuesday morning, I had no internet. And so I had to call and make arrangements for them to come out and repair it. And for some reason, they couldn't come out until today to do the repair. And then they couldn't do the repair. So I'll tell you a little bit about that, and then we'll talk about other things that happened throughout the week. But so I make arrangements on Tuesday for a repair guy to come out on Friday. Now, I work from home, so this is a big inconvenience for me. So I live on the 3rd floor of an apartment building, and they tell me that there's something wrong with the line, like there's a bad connection somewhere or, some broken line or whatever. So the repair guy that they send out today for a 3rd floor apartment repair is on duty where he can't climb a ladder.
He got the
Now,
profile
if you
PT.
understand, the rest of my week has gone really poorly as well, so I'm kind of out of patience with things like this. And here's the thing: you can't get mad at that guy. It's not his fault that this is the case, all right? But my question is, and this is going to be a running thing throughout tonight: who the fuck are you allowed to complain to anymore? Who is the person that you can get to actually get something resolved? And I think we've set up our society to have no one to complain to anymore that can actually fix things. You can complain to everybody because I'm going to complain to you guys, but you can't fix it either. So I don't understand. It's an age thing. I've been talking a lot about how old I am this week with my son, and especially being on, TV with only an antenna, because I pulled out my DVD players only to find out that the 2 DVD players that I have don't have HDMI ports, and my new TV doesn't have RCA jack.
Why didn't you order one from Walmart and have them deliver it?
Oh, because I ordered my groceries right before my internet went off early Tuesday morning, and the next delivery time they had available was Friday.
Oh, my God.
And those of you that know me know that I ordered Diet Mountain Dew to have delivered. So I placed my order like at 2 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday morning, and my delivery is supposed to be here at 9 o'clock on Friday morning. At 8:20, they let me know that they don't have any Diet Mountain Dew.
I hate it here.
Okay? You're telling me over 4 fucking days at Walmart that they've just been completely out? Like Pepsi is no longer making this? They can't pull my items out of that? I'm sorry, sir. We are completely out of. I'm like, my order's 4 fucking days old. You're telling me that the entire week at Walmart they haven't had any Diet Mountain Dew, guys. I'm I'm keeping this calm at this point. Like, this is me not getting like fucking outrageously upset. But
They
so
always
I
have
spent
Diet
the
Mountain
week
Dew.
watching TV with rabbit ears. I
I'm
will
surprised
never
you still
complain
have.
about another app. I will never complain about another movie that I see on an app. And if any of you spend any time at Camp Lejeune, because at Camp Lejeune,
Oh my
if you were there
God.
between 1953 and 1985, you may have drank toxic water, and you may be eligible for money.
Are you getting all
And if
those
I see
spam
that
emails?
commercial one more time, I'm going to throw my goddamn TV out the window.
Well,
Don't
dude,
do it. It's your only TV, man.
at this point, you're living in 1997, number one. Number two, what the fuck is with these Camp Lejeune fucking emails? 1985, I wasn't even born yet. I'm getting 4,000 a day because I'm in the DOD system and all that
It
Same.
should
shit.
be up to 1988, depending on the commercial that you watch.
Well, unless my mom was like banging military dudes, which I know she wasn't because there's none in a crack den, then, you know.
Yeah, I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it. Yeah, there is one channel on here that has, I think the only program that they own is In the Heat of the Night. Anyone who actually knows what that show is, it plays 24 fucking hours a day on this particular station.
Ohio is so fucking weird.
Every station on here, I am completely caught up on my Tool time.
Hey!
Plenty of opportunity to watch,
Excellent.
Tool times. All I've done is watch TV shows that they couldn't show anymore on regular TV because all the jokes and everything are no longer politically correct on any of this. I did watch a Knight Rider today where David Hasselhoff's doppelganger with a bad beard and same hair and everything else, who is named like Garth, was there to kill Michael Knight, but it's just Michael Knight and a bad beard. It was fucking terrible. Like this stuff. I'm watching, going, I can't believe I used to like this show. Like, this is fucking horrible.
We didn't know any better back then.
Yeah.
And the problem
standards
is, it's like
were so much lower.
You can't rewind. You can't really choose what you want to watch. You're just flipping through the 8 stations that the rabbit ear. Thank God I had I found those in the back of a closet. Like, I didn't even know I had fucking rabbit ears for this, and thank God they actually had a little cable thing I could hook up to the back of the TV, or I would be watching nothing.
It's crazy too that 'cause I thought most places across the states went to HD antennas and all that shit too, so I'm surprised.
Well, the HD thing is built into the TV.
Oh, okay. See,
So.
I haven't watched antenna TV
Sure.
in a long time.
Why would you?
Yeah.
No one should ever have to.
The
Best thing that I've found is, and this is the craziest thing, it is like a bad Russian Bill Nye the Science Guy. It has been the most hilarious show because it's just, this guy's like, yes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this slime here and I'm going to put the boomstick in it and we're going to videotape this and then we're going to show it in slow motion. And then
is that Russian reviews guy?
Boom! And it's like, oh, that was a good one. And then it's just like, oh, and you talk about dirty fingernails. Like, he's putting his hands in this slime, and it looks like he's been working degreasing engines for the last 40 years. And so they decided to do a close up right there, and it looks like he's just gnawed off every finger, like it's the jaggedest edges you could possibly imagine, with the most crap underneath the fingernails. I don't know if this is supposed to be a kid's show. It was like something with CRH, that was and it's on every fucking day. It's on every fucking day, and I'm just like, and the quality is horrible. I'm like, how did this guy get a show? It's been a rough week. It's been. I just can't. Everything for some reason. Normally when I get deliveries, it's like the next day. From Walmart, it's no big deal. I couldn't believe I was going to take till Friday, but I'm like, all right. So I've eaten all of the healthy foods that I never eat because they're always in the freezer, left over. So I had I had broccoli and cauliflower with fish this week. I'm like, I never buy. I buy that stuff to tell myself I'm going to eat it. I don't actually eat it.
Yeah. David Moyle is here. Also, you have 2 questions in the chat from Kentucky.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I don't have YouTube pulled up.
I got you
I'm running tonight completely on my hotspot from my phone.
Yeah,
so.
He's about to pay $9,000 to do this. I hope you guys are grateful.
No.
When Tucky Shine says Rotten Potatoes on an antenna TV, and also he asked, "Is it the guy that says something about safety glasses?"
Yes, that is the guy. How could you possibly know
Tucky
that?
knows. When Tucky knows all.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Yes.
That's
Every
local
time,
Ohio
we have to
TV?
put on our goggles because safety is important or something like that. I sat here in awe, and when you've had a bunch of, Delta 8 and you're watching this, it's the most hilarious thing you've ever seen. Like, I'm just like, this is...
Yeah, but when the Delta 8s wear off, is it like a weekend after a Coke binge and you're like, what am I doing here?
Yeah. Like being upset because like the next episode of that 70s show doesn't come in clear because it keeps going in and out because you're using a goddamn antenna to deal with, Like I got so excited because I like that 70s show, and I'm flipping through and I'm like, oh, that 70s show's on, and it comes on and it's an episode from season 7, which is like their last season, and it's just horrible. Like it's the worst season of the bunch. Lots of disappointment this week for sure. So. Yeah, so I have somebody coming out supposedly tomorrow morning between 8 and 10 in the morning because great. It's not like I'm up late the night before. And I'm sure there'll be an issue where, he's not allowed to climb ladders either. And
maybe he'll show up and he has no arms. He's like a paraplegic. But he tries, he like climbs a ladder with his mouth. He's like,
yes. That will be my luck for this week. Yeah, it's just been horrible. Yeah. So I do have some things planned for the show tonight, but guys, this isn't our normal.
Yeah.
Deal. Like it's this is Friday Fallout diet. Like it's just very, very minimal. So anyway.
And later on,
I'll get Chris, you had something fun that happened to you this week. Why don't you tell us all about that?
Yeah, I didn't ride the bus or anything, but so as you guys know, the world's basically on fire. We're all dying. It was like 116 degrees outside yesterday in Las Vegas, right? I work on the other side of town. Delane came and picked me up. Her AC in her car went out a while back, and so we're kind of running it through the end of summer because it works just fine in the winter, and all that shit. And she's going to buy a new car and all that stuff. So, we're toughing it out. Anyways, since the AC's broken, it was like 120 degrees out here yesterday. And when you're in a car, it's, like 5-10 degrees hotter or whatever. And so we had the ride with the windows down. But there's so many fucking assholes out here in Vegas now that, like, usually it would take like a 15-minute drive. Yesterday, it took an hour and a half, driving home in the fucking sun, going maybe like 10 miles an hour if you're lucky. So anyways, made it about 10-15 minutes away from home. And I started to get like real nauseous out of nowhere and get lightheaded. And I was like, all right, well, this is weird. Because like, I don't get me wrong, I had breakfast that day. So I ate food and I had like some chips and like for lunch. And then I always drink a ton of fucking water. I have like one sugar-free Red Bull in the morning. So I'm not like dehydrated or, I don't have like low blood sugar. At least I don't think. Maybe I'm a diabetic. Anyways, so I started like getting real lightheaded and started dry heaving while we're driving down the freeway. And I couldn't fucking see anything. My vision went out, fucking got all blurry, and then my fucking left arm starts to tingle. And you guys have heard me talk on here. I'm pretty sure I'm 2 steps away from a heart attack as it is. At this point, I'm just waiting for it to fucking happen. I don't want it to be on the toilet. I don't want to go out like Elvis. But so anyways, like, that started happening. I was like, what the fuck? So I started like dry heaving. I couldn't like fucking hold my head up. I couldn't sit up straight. All that shit. I got like super fucking weak. Started getting tingling in my left arm. And I was like, fuck, this is it. I was like, I'm having a heart attack. Delane's looking at me like, oh my God, we gotta go to the hospital. And I'm just sitting there like, well, I'd rather just die. But, I don't want to die in the passenger seat of a car with no AC and shit my pants. You know what I mean? But whatever. This is it. This is it. So I just leaned back all the way. And then luckily enough, if you call this lucky, the tingling sensation went to the rest of my body. And I fucking got all really like heat strokey and weak and shit. Like I couldn't lift my legs. I couldn't squeeze my hands and all this shit. And it was fucking bad. Like I was like almost passing out, And I was telling Delane, I was like, don't even take me to the hospital. Just kick me out when we hit the on-ramp. Like, like I'm at the point now in my life. It's like I went to war in Afghanistan. That's what I wanted to do. Maybe buy a house, whatever. But like beyond that, like, being a gog in the capitalist fucking gears, I'm like, there's not much else I could do right now. You know what I mean? Unless they find a surgery where I can attach another dick around my dick so I have 2 dicks or something, be Wolverine. I have nothing left to live for. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm ready to die. So anyways, we had a hot ass bottle of water in the back of the car, you know, and I was like, fuck, I'll drink this, I guess. You know, it's been in the car for like 2 weeks. So I probably gave myself cancer from the fucking plastics, you know, and the sun and all that shit. And it didn't help at all. Started like, you know, I just leaned back and I fucking felt like I was going to die. I was like passing out. I was like, fuck, like, you know, when you get to those points or like you have that weird sharp pain and like, you're like, oh, that was bad, but haha, I made it. You know, you're in like your 30s and shit, you know, I mean, we're all past our 30s at this point almost, you know. I'm turning 36 this year. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to die. And so I started pouring the water on me, started cooling me down a little bit better. And then so I got home, fucking just fell all down on the couch. You had to sit there for like 20 fucking minutes, like fucking, like I did 300 air cans at once in boot camp again. You know what I mean? When they opened the cleaning closet, like it was fucking bad. And so ever since then, I'm fucking tired, man. I'm fucking like, I should probably go to the doctor. You know, I haven't been to a legit ass doctor since I was in the army. Like, last time I went to a doctor was the dentist when I got my teeth fixed, but that's not like a real doctor. You know what I mean? They drive BMWs, not Mercedes, like whatever. But yeah. So I'm pretty sure I almost died yesterday. So I'm ready for summer to be over. Yeah, it fucking sucks. But
yeah, so I had a horrible week, and I thought, okay, at least this week, my week will be worse than Vandal's. You know, he almost died. Of course, he's always got to one-up me. It doesn't matter what it is. He's got to one-up me.
The worst part is, too, is like, if this is all Anthony's fault, you know, something bad happens to him, I want you to go buy a bunch of scratchers. So if you win $1 million, I'll win $1 billion. You know what I mean?
Somebody's got to had like the best week of their life, because, man, this has just been shit.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. You know, and most of my life revolves around being online because that's where I get a lot of my work done. So I haven't been able to work at all. And that's weird. You know, the one thing that I guess was a positive, it's amazing how much stuff you get done around your house when you don't have internet.
Yeah, you start finding shit you forgot you had like 4 years ago.
Oh my God. And I have cleaned more this week than I have in probably a year. Like, changed my whole setup of how everything's set up in the apartment. And I was like,
do you do that thing like when you're a teenager?
I needed to do this, but I would never take the time to do it. So maybe this is just the universe forcing that to happen.
Maybe you're more mad that you had to like do something like that, like clean up or something. You know what I mean?
But anyway, one more thing, just because it's kind of funny. So I get a lot of random texts on my phone. This has been happening for years. Like, for some reason, my phone number is either close or more than one person has this number, because I get things all the time. Well, this week I didn't have anything to do, and I got a couple of these. So one of them, I decided, hey, I'm just going to respond and pretend like I'm the person that they want to talk to. Unfortunately, this kind of got turned around on me a little bit, because I think this was one of those random catfish people out there that just kind of send out messages to see who they can hook. But I thought I would share with you guys a couple of screenshots of what happened during this text thing, because I thought it was funny. So after a little bit of this conversation, she sends me a picture of her. And now originally I told her I was a woman, because I was making jokes about flicking the bean and going to bed and all this other stuff. So she's like, oh, well, let me send you a picture of me. And so this is the picture that she sends. Okay. And my response is, yeah, right, with a bunch of fucking laughing emojis, because I'm like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
Like, that is just, that's ridiculous.
It's
like,
auto
I've seen
text.
this picture before. Like, there's no way that this is who it is. And so she's like, well, you know, how do you look? Blah, blah. I'm like, okay, I can play this game. So what I decided to send back was a picture of Ken with David Moyle's face on it.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, my dear Jesus. Oh, God. David Moyle, hit me up with your digits there, man.
Woo! God damn. Okay.
So I just thought this would be funny, because it's obvious that's not him, the guy that's texting me, and I thought this would be kind of funny. You know, I will send you a picture right back, and I love her responses. Wow, you look absolutely amazing. I like you. My name is Mina. I'm 36 years old. What's your name?
36 years old.
I didn't actually respond after this, because it was just to the point where I was just like, okay, I know what's going on here. I'm not like stupid. But I thought you guys would enjoy that, because I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah. So how long have you had this picture of David Moyle as Ken?
Well, here's the thing. That's kind of what's going to happen tonight, because I just picked out 30 pictures of things either that are in my life or ads and reface things that I have not used because I hadn't had an opportunity to use them for anything, or they just didn't fit something. So I do this on the regular just to have this stuff in case I need it for something. But
Yeah.
this particular one, I put a bunch of people's faces on it, but David Moyle just fit this so perfectly. I was like, I'm going to use this at some point for something. She's asking, she's like, what do you look like? So I'm scanning through pictures that I have. I'm like, what can I use for this? What can I use for this? And I saw this, and I'm like, perfect.
Boom. That one.
Shout out to Stu Rep. His birthday is on Monday, and he also said that chick that you showed, she looks like one of the chicks that work for Smock Tech. You would understand that reference, Anthony.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she does. But
hey, bro,
you know,
nice to be knowing you.
That's like me
you
saying
disposable?
funny little Asian guy. That's a wide description.
I gotta tell you, if they look like that in Thailand, I'm making a trip.
Well, supposedly, you know, the story is like she's like Taiwanese, but she's in New York City right now. But the area code on her phone is like South Carolina.
Yeah.
You know, it's, you know, as soon as this picture came through, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have some fun with this. Like, you picked the wrong person, sister. Like,
you should have sent the same picture back with David Moyle's face, like that chick's picture with David Moyle's face.
It could happen. Trust me.
This is what I look like. Boom.
She's like, Mom?
So I do have a Rotten Potatoes review tonight, something that I really, really like that I want to try and encourage you guys to actually watch. It's a TV show that's actually currently running, and it's doing that thing where it puts out an episode or two like every week. I have 30 photos that are just random. So we're going to let chat choose or the panel choose a number. These are just for conversation purposes. Some of them are not a lot of conversation. Other ones may be. But that's what I never know about the Fallout, like what you guys are going to hit on and what you're going to think is a good conversation piece or not. And then I do have a brand new game, if we can get to it at the end, that is my revenge on both parts. So,
all right, Rotten Potatoes bumper is rolling right now.
How rolling is it?
The bean footage is now rolled. All right, Anthony.
All right. So Rotten Potatoes review tonight is for a TV show. Now, I talked about this on the Rotten Potatoes show, but this is just getting better and better as time goes on. So I wanted to bring it up to you guys. This is one of those IMBD or Freevee is what that channel is called now. But this is one of their originals. This is a brand new show. They only put out new episodes. And the funny thing is they put out episodes every Friday, so it always reminds me of it. This is probably one of the best newer like sitcoms that I have seen. There are people on the show that you'll recognize, but the only one that I will tell you about that you will know right away is, do you remember the group of the Goonies? The ugly girl with the glasses is the old lady that's in this picture.
Which old lady? No, I'm kidding. The redhead, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay.
So the idea behind Sprung is that it's based in 2020 when the virus was rampant, and they let a bunch of non-violent criminals out of jail. Okay. The main guy here in the front with the brown leather jacket, he got a mandatory minimum for selling marijuana back like in the 80s or early 90s. He's been in jail for like, 20, I guess it has to be later than that. But anyway, like 24 years he's been in there for just like selling weed. He was a kid when he went in. The kid on the other guy on the little motorcycle is the son of the old lady. His character's name is Rooster. What's great about this is it is like a poor version of what people did during the virus who don't have money and are used to being poor, but also stupid as well. Like one of the scenes, she's wearing a mask, but because she smokes, she's got a hole cut in the side of it where she can actually like smoke with a mask on. She's like, these masks are hard to find. I dig this one out of a dumpster at a construction site. So what happens is Rooster goes back home to live with his mom, and because a couple of these other people who just got let out of jail have nowhere to go, and it's a shelter. So they let him out of jail, and then they tell him you have to shelter in place. I'm like, we've been in jail for 24. We don't have any place to shelter. So it comes around where they with the girl in the yellow shirt, the guy in the jacket, and the mom and the son are all staying together, and they decide they're going to start doing like small crimes. But the comedy that ensues with this is so good. The old lady drives like a 1976 Pacer. and it's a bicentennial one, so it's got like the American flag like down the side of it. But why I think you guys would like this is because it's like that dirt poor humor that has been missing. It's just raunchy enough that it's funny. Every Friday when a new episode comes out, I want to watch. Like, it keeps me involved with it because the writing is great. Really, none of these people are mainstream actors. Like I said, that's just grasping at straws. Like, you know, the 12th lead on the Goonies is, you know, the star of this thing. But it's so great. You know, she steals like packages off of people's porches, so you never know what you're getting there. You know, it's all this goofy comedy, but it's so good. It's like how ignorant people would deal with the virus because they don't understand what's going on, or, you know, they take advice from the dumb shit and it kind of brings you back to some of the moments of that. Like, they talk about they're going to like drink, you know, bleach and cleaning fluids because there were all those steps that went along with that in this. It's great. I can't say enough good things about it. If you like sitcoms at all, give this a shot. I would say if you watch the first 2 episodes of this and you're not hooked, I would be surprised, but then quit, you know. But it's definitely something. I mean, just the first episode will draw you in because it's just one of those things that it just fits the timeline so well. It's really well written. The cast is good. And it's a bunch of nobodies, but it works. And I just can't say enough good things about this. So if you have the opportunity, it's free to watch, not with antenna, but you can actually watch it on a regular app. But just download Freevee. What's funny is I'm surprised nobody else has talked about this because on my Amazon, it comes up as one of the banners. But so I don't know if it does that with other people because Amazon's kind of my home screen on my my little thingy. So anyway, Sprung is the name of the show, and I honestly would give this like a high 80s Rotten Potatoes review. Like, it's so good. Like, it's one of the best things I've seen in a long time.
We do have comments in chat. Stu Rep says he kind of relates to this description. Ern says he needs to check this one out. Ian says it sounds really stupid good. And then Big Rick said, "What's it streaming on?" I think you answered that with Amazon, and you said like IMDb.
It's Freevee.
Freevee
is IMBD. The channel, the app used to be called IMBD like TV, and now it's just called Freevee. So FREEVEE. So they're trying to play off of like TV. It's Freevee. Yeah. Now there's commercials. You know, it's one of those type of apps, but. Honestly, what's great about this is that it's one of their originals. So you can't watch this anywhere else. It's not like something that landed there because, you know, it's not an Andy Griffith show or something stupid like that landed there after 20 years. This is something brand new. I got to be honest. It's so good. Like, I don't know why other places would have passed on this because I think it's great.
Gotcha. I thought it was Paul Walker at first.
Wow.
This guy's probably about a foot taller than Paul Walker, but yeah, I get that. Like the only clothes
taller.
The only clothes that she has for them to wear once they get out are all this like stuff from the 70s because it's like that's all she has for them to wear. So that like the outfits that they put together are just hilarious. It's good. I can't say enough good. I don't want to spoil it, but I would say just watch one episode. That's all I'm asking. One episode. If you don't like it, please let me know.
I don't have anything really to add to reviews. I did watch the new Thor last night. I'm reserving opinions till I watch it again. It wasn't bad though. And I started watching She-Hulk. It's their attempt at a sitcom. I don't think it's that bad personally, but everyone has their own opinion on it. But I haven't really watched too much new. I actually got Peacock because they had a deal where it was $20 for the whole year. And I bought that up, and then so like they have like the new Jurassic Park and shit. I haven't got around watching it, and then what else? Like The Office and shit like that. You know, background TV. You know, basically at this point. Sure. I mean, I can't watch The Office again a full through. Like I've already watched it more than I've watched anything else. So, but
more than Zack Snyder's version of Justice League.
Yeah, no more than that. I can't watch that anymore. After watching The Boys, it's hard to watch like mainstream comic stuff. Like it's not as fulfilling, you know, and I've harped on The Boys for like the last 5,000 episodes, but if you haven't watched it, go check it out. Wintucky Shine said for Sprung, it is on Amazon Prime. He just fact-checked it. Thank you, Wintucky, our fact-checker. But yeah, so you guys check it out. Let Anthony know how you feel about it. Maybe he'll have internet by Monday for his Ron Potato show.
I hope so. I really hope so.
I do
it's
have a
just-
question for you though, since you have a phone that can connect to the internet. How come you haven't watched anything through like a streaming app on your phone or anything like that?
Because I'm saving it in case I really need it for something.
Oh, gotcha. Are you on like a preset plan or something, like a data plan or something?
Supposedly I'm unlimited data, but that doesn't translate to hotspot. Like you only get so much time.
Well, I mean, like your phone, like you should be able to watch. I know it's not like it's a small screen. You got an iPhone.
You're talking about those highbrow companies. Like I'm a Boost guy. Like I've been a Boost guy forever.
Gotcha.
Where you at, man? I'm a Boost guy.
You and Delane's dad.
I've never found a better plan. There are better plans out there now, but for the longest time, there was never a better plan. Unlimited data, unlimited.
Are you still
talk
paying the
for $50
$19 a
It was
month?
like that's where I live.
Yeah. Wintucky Shine says when your name is Michael Scott, the office is always on in the background. I believe that's Wintucky's real legal name. Now we just need
It
your
is.
address and your social, and we'll be all set. And I can send you the 10 billion funds that have been held in consulate. So we were talking about it a little bit earlier. Quick tangent. Have you guys been getting a lot of emails from the FBI director, Mr. Cool Guy, for like your $10 billion that's being held at the FBI/CIA director's office and all that stuff? I've been getting a lot of those lately.
You should definitely cash that in.
Well, I keep replying to them because, like, the fun thing about Mac and Apple computers, when you use their mail app, you can use email. It's not really a spoof, but it hides your actual email with like a random generated iCloud email. And so I reply to them from that, and like wherever they're from, and like it's pretty easy to tell because like you can do a reverse search on their email and get like some kind of identifying information. And so what I've been doing is using that burner kind of email thing, and I'm like, we're watching you, he, and I do the old school, like, semicolon, parentheses, you know what I mean, and all this stuff, and then I don't get them again, but, yeah. Anyways, that was random tangent.
I haven't really been able to check my emails much this week, Vano, but thanks for bringing it up again.
Yeah. I'm sure you're missing all the African manhood Dr. Fauci exposed emails, so. Maybe I'm the only one that gets those.
Did they expose Dr. Fauci on the fappening?
Oh, I don't know. I keep getting these ones, though. It's like Dr. Fauci exposed ex-Nazi doctor reveal secret for elongating your member. And I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? That's like 8 different hotspot words in like one fucking sentence, dude. Like, oh, I can read you guys one real quick, but I don't think I should. But yeah, like Marcus St. George. Oh, wait, I want to read you the Mr. Jeffrey Coolman one. And like, I'm not going to read the whole thing. But Mr. Jeffrey Coolman's the name of the email, and then he starts out with, I am Miss Ruth Jerry, U.S. citizen, 58 years old. My residential address, and they actually give a real address, which I'm not going to repeat on here. And I Googled it, and it's a real address. Looks like an old lady's house, and it goes like 8 paragraphs. And for me to collect my funds, I need to give them my name, my ID, my address, my phone number, what my occupation is, and how much I make a year. And then I can unlock these 10 billions in funds from Mr. Jeffrey Coolman, that's being held at the FBI director's office, Christopher A. Gay, because I spelt Ray wrong, in his office and all this stuff. So, yeah.
I'm changing my last name to Coolman.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. It's like Better Call Saul. Oh, I finished that this week. I actually bought the last season on Amazon. And if you've been watching, if you're part of the Breaking Bad universe, I guess, I don't know what to call it. It's worth checking out. I highly recommend, I don't give scores on stuff, but it would definitely be a high 90s. Like the way they closed everything out worked out pretty good. But yeah.
I like how he mentions the Breaking Bad universe like the Marvel universe.
It's well, at this
cool.
point they have a movie, the Breaking Bad.
BBCU.
Yeah, like BBC universe.
The Breaking Bad cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Don't look up the BBCU. I'm sure
That's something else entirely.
Search Google
different
for
than Brazzers
BBCU.
has, for sure.
Michigan United Credit Union, apparently. That doesn't even match the same numbers. Or online banking at itsme247.com. Yeah, that sounds totally trustworthy.
Speaking of that, though, if you follow the hashtag meme on Instagram, you know the one thing that you don't get?
Memes?
Memes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all the influencers.
It's just hot chicks. Scantily clad. That's the only thing that ever comes up on
I started going back on Twitter again recently just to harass politicians I don't like.
I mean, I didn't unfollow it. Don't get me wrong. But
I'm just service announcements. That's all. Just
Yeah.
Just updates.
Hashtags are dead, man. Hashtags are dead. Like, I don't even use them at work anymore. Like, you know, I don't use them for anything anymore because, like, you either get the send it to Hempcraft with the emoji, you know what I mean? Like, send it to Michigan United at the hashtag _boob sweat. Like, what?
So we'll get that trending hashtag. Hashtags are dead.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Yeah. Speaking of things that are
Growth
dead,
for life.
I did try to film the Cooking with Crandall today. So I had some friends. They just recently moved into this big ass house with a big ass kitchen. And they let me use it because no one's going to be there today. And I was like, awesome. Whatever I make, I'll make enough to give you guys to eat. Go ahead and drink, Big Rick. Yeah, if you made this, it's pretty good. I wanted to wear that shirt and I forgot to take it. Anyways, I started cooking the stuff. I had everything set up. I bought a $80, $90 gimbal for my iPhone a couple weeks ago in preparation for this. I have older iPhones, you know, like last generation iPhone. I set it up above the stove with my little clip and the light and all that so you can see the frying pans that I'm doing. I set up my iPad where it was angled where you could see where, like, you know, it's a crotch shot where you see me chopping up the food and all that shit. And I bought this little microphone that you plug a dongle into your iPhone and then you clip it right here and it comes with headphones. So, like, you know, I put a little bit of technical effort into this. I'm like Legion Vape shooting the, like, you know, a piece of vape that no one, you know, wants to see. You know, I put a lot of money into this. So anyways, I was like, damn, that looks pretty good. Sound check. I actually did a sound check, everything. So I'm like, all right, we're fucking ready to rock. You know what I mean? I push the button to record on the iPad, record on the other one. I'm sitting there, I'm doing like quips and stuff, you know, I'm talking to the camera. I'm like, you know what? I think this is going to come out pretty good. Food came out amazing. It looked fucking great. Like, anyways, so I'm going through and I'm really happy with how this came out. Took like an hour and 45 minutes. And then so I'm like, all right, cool, all done. Let's clean this shit up. You know, package the food, put it in their fridge and go home, you know, and start working on this. Watch out, iMovie. No more fucking stupid shit. Like, this is going to be real. Go to stop recording on the main iPhone where I was mic'd up to everything. And it was like the face one, you know, where I'm talking to you and all this stuff. It started recording when I pressed to stop record. I did not record any of it. None of it. So, like, I was not mic'd up. So all I have now is the video from my iPad where it's basically looking at my crotch. Luckily, I was wearing a fucking apron where I was chopping up the veggies. And then the camera where I was over the food. So I do have content, as I've always talked about on here. I don't like to make anything super pro production. Number one, I'm lazy. Number two, I think that's the seasoning on what we do here. You know what I mean? That's the flavor you come back for. We got a guy in a fucking bunker. No, I'm kidding. But, you know, all this stuff. And then
It's
so
a garage.
yeah.
I don't think that makes it better.
Yeah.
It
So
doesn't,
yeah.
but it's the semantics of the thing, and I've been dealing with semantics my whole week, so.
I'm always up for
Fancy.
semantics.
Yeah.
It's
So
a fancy man in a garage. Ooh, a garage.
I hope you got a big garage. I'm gonna put my bike in it.
It's a car hole.
Yeah, it's a
Bike
car
house.
hole.
Oh, so I could definitely fit. But yeah. So I got ideas from Geekus on how I can use this content and put it together. And I was like, you know what? For the first one, let's go all out. You know, let's actually cook a real meal because I want to do stupid shit. Like, I've sent these guys in our little group stuff what I want to do. If I would have just did the stupid shit without the sound, like, it would have made a lot more fucking sense. And this is what I get for trying, guys. I spent $60 on groceries this morning and I ate one piece of it and left it for them. Like, this is what I get for trying. Why don't you try more? Why don't you try harder? Here we are. So, yeah. Yeah, don't
Absolutely.
try hard. Just wait until you have to do it. Procrastinate. Do it the last second because you're going to figure out the best way to fucking do it and you're going to get done. It has nothing to do with the cooking. Just a general life advice. Vandalisms. Yeah.
I can tell you definitely, I've been in your shoes before because I've done a lot of YouTube content.
Yeah.
And there have definitely been those times where you do a complete thing straight through the first time and the audio doesn't record.
Yeah.
Or, you know, one of the cords that you have hooked up has got a bunch of static in it. So all you hear is the whole time that you're trying to do it. So I feel your pain.
Yeah.
I do. I know. And especially for you, because I'm so excited that you're actually taking that step and doing something like that. And to have a failure early on is depressing, but I can tell you,
You live and
I
you
think it's going
learn.
to be good if you keep up.
Yeah, well, get it all. It's like Disneyland. I even made this joke when I was cooking this shit because I was like, I was talking in the mic. I was looking at the camera. I was like, I don't know if this is recording good enough, but at least it's not like Disneyland. None of my animatronics came alive and killed a kid. I don't know if that actually happened. I just heard that on YouTube once. So, like,
I don't believe you said that. Can you show it to me in the video?
Hold on.
Hey.
For effect.
No. There we go.
Yeah. But yeah, so I have a plan. I guess I can go ahead and tell like Big Rick's like, oh, what did you actually cook? It was pan cooked chicken breast and Brussels sprouts and mushrooms for the saute over the top of the chicken. Snorkel, you're in there eating MRE bread. Shut up. But yeah.
See, I would be eyeing the mushrooms. I'm not a fungus guy.
Yeah, some people don't
Fungus
like
are
them.
the best.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Because it's the only thing you can eat.
Hey,
It's
shut
the only
up.
thing you can grow in the dark in a basement. That's why he likes it. So
Bunker.
Let me hit you.
Bunker shrooms.
You need to find a
Bunker
place to
button.
poop in a corner and grow some shrooms. Shit.
That's called
Right.
Perump.
Literally.
Big Rick says, what do you actually cook? Great One Basky says, turn it into a meth cooking tutorial. Sewer Rug says, I'd pay to watch a Hot Pocket or Frozen Burrito cooking show.
If I got a guy for you, then.
Fuck, man. You just released my whole like year's worth of content in the chat.
You got a guaranteed viewer in Sewer Rug. though.
Yeah. You know what? We're going to go old school with this Hot Pocket. We're not using the sleeve, and we're going to try and cook it for 18 minutes at 2-minute intervals at a time.
Ooh. That's a diarrhea.
Keep
pocket.
flipping it over every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Just in a pan.
you're making
just-
jokes, but I think I could do a single guy like how to actually make a frozen pizza correctly. Like I have a system that works and it works really well. And speaking of that, since I have had no internet this week, one of the news stories I saw this week was a guy who bought a shitload of DiGiorno's and
I heard
started
about this.
selling them on like
Skipper.
Uber Eats or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and he kind of got busted for it, I guess, but it was hilarious to see these what they call like a phantom kitchen or
Pop-up
whatever
kitchens.
they call it. But yeah, this guy was actually delivering DiGiorno's, which I thought was comical in and of itself. But he did actually buy pizza boxes with their logo on it. So that was the additional point to that. Could you imagine ordering a pizza off of one of those and then getting a DiGiorno? Like I would know right away. Like I'm a connoisseur of DiGiorno.
Well, it's funny that you said it was the pop-up kitchen thing. When we were living in the apartment, Delane and I tried, we Uber Eated stuff. And there's like, they have those pop-up things. And sometimes it's like the ones where it's like, you can order from Chipotle, but they have a pop-up for like Doritos crusted chicken pop zingers or some you know what I mean? They do the random mashups and shit. So this one popped up as like Vinny Innie's Italian pizza and fucking wings or whatever. And the pictures always looked fucking amazing. I was like, oh yeah, it's a little pricey too. But it was right up the street and it was like out of this other kitchen, I guess. Like, it's a weird collaboration thing. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. And so we did it for pickup because we're like, all right, we'll take dogs with us, make a thing out of it. So we go in and I'm like, hey, I'm here to pick up my order. And this was like a good 45 minutes after I order. I don't care where you order from, 45 minutes, unless you're like, going like Olive Garden, I guess. Your food should be ready. It's fast food technically, So we show up and I'm like, oh, and they're like, oh, hold on. And then I guess they didn't even make the food. So I'm like, all right, we can wait. Like, it was like, like winterish time. So it wasn't too bad sitting outside with the dogs, So I go back in after another 20 minutes. I'm like, oh yeah, your food's almost ready. So they hand me the pizza. It's the saddest fucking looking pizza. I wish I got a DiGiorno, man. It looks like somebody, like Kyle got mad at their stepdad for drinking their Diet Mountain Dew and punched the dough, but it wasn't evenly punched. It looked like drywall. It's like, anyway, and then like that. And I ordered like
what? Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you do that again? I missed it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There. Perfect. Yes.
Just wait till I go join
Thank
the
you.
Marines.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
So there's that, and then I ordered the chicken fingers because like they looked great, on the fucking website. They were the fucking one. I saw in the back they had that red bag, and if you know what I'm talking about, when you go to the grocery store and get red bag fucking chicken fingers, it's Tyson chicken, which is the worst fucking chicken fingers that you can ever fucking buy. It's instant like food poisoning, no matter how you cook them, and I was like, all right, whatever. I didn't think anything of it. Think maybe this is their lunch. They brought my chicken out, and it was on a fucking paper plate, which is not bad from a pizza place if you're eating inside there. But if it's to go, and it was foiled over, so I didn't take a look at it or nothing. Get in the car, go all the way home, open it up, and it was those fucking Tyson chicken microwave wingding fucking chicken fingers. And this was like $40, dude. It was like $40, and like the pizza was supposed to be a large. It was like a 10-inch at best. It looked like looked like it was dropped on its head when it was being made, you know, and all this shit. So like, yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Long story short, that guy got away with DiGiorno pizzas, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I was wishing for a DiGiorno pizza at that point.
Okay, Vandal, you win the best, the worst.
I'm not even trying to compete.
I'm just going to take number 2 because it was really bad, but you win. Okay?
I'm trying to relate. I'm trying to relate. I'm
like
trying to
number
relate.
6.
Come on. But yeah. So anyways, I'll stop rambling. Do we want to move on to the new bumper?
No.
Okay.
That's for the end of the show.
Okay.
End of the show. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it, so I hope it's a wonderful time. I gotta take off, friends.
All right.
No problem, man. Have a great day at work.
You guys be safe, be well. Chat, have a good time. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys later.
Twitch.com/GeekSmacksmith.
Anytime, guys. Catch you later. Peace.
He takes.
All right, so the segment that I have set up for next, I've got 30 random picks. You guys could let chat choose. You guys can choose. These really have no rhyme or reason necessarily. Some of them may have conversation, and some of them may just die on the page. That's just the way it is. But I went through the archives, pulled out some stuff that I thought we could have some conversation about. So I will let you guys choose whatever you want. If somebody chooses 31, just block them. But anything 1 through 30, you can choose, and I'll show you a picture and we'll talk about it.
Oh, then definitely you've already picked my number for me, 31.
All right, so we can go ahead and end Snorkel stream.
There we go.
I'll just be me, Vandal.
Yeah, Snorkel's omnipotent voice in the background again.
We didn't even ask Snorkel about what he did when he was away.
He had his chance.
Cool.
While I was away, I went and did the LARP thing again.
Yeah.
Got drunk in the woods and shot my friends with Nerf guns.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, Chad, if you want to start throwing some numbers out there, I'm sure Vandal will let me know what comes up.
Big Rick threw in a 25 3 hours ago when you started describing it.
A 25, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Sewer Rug is second with a 21. 21. What's 9 plus 10? 21.
25.
Oh, so you found my OnlyFans.
I did. This is one of those, things where I put somebody's face on something to use for some particular time, and Vandal's face just works so perfectly on this. I thought it was funny, and that's a picture I've been saving for quite some time.
Actually, can you send me this so I can make it my profile pic?
I can.
All right, cool. I
This
gotta
is
tell
going
you,
on both Instagram and Facebook, isn't it?
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. That matches the body.
I kind of don't
hairline.
want to because I like the other one that I made for you that you use everywhere.
Oh, the fucking Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico.
All right, we had Sewer Rug next with a 21.
Good to see you, Sewer Rug, even though I can't see you. Wow, this is going to feel like I'm picking on David Moyle tonight.
Dude, that's perfect, though. I almost couldn't tell a difference.
It's easy to find the difference in these two pictures. Same picture.
Yeah, this is the same picture.
Yeah, I made this because I thought we would use it for some type of music thing or whatever, and just it never ended up getting used. So I was like, well, that'll be a good one for this. It's amazing how well his face fits into some things. It works.
David Moyle is like an underground rock star guy. We just don't know it. You know, he's like at his Ozzy point right now when Ozzy had the TV show. Oh, Karen, Sharon, you know. That's what I'm imagining, at least. But I do have to ask you, David Moyle, are you going to let us down, run us around, or hurt us?
Are you going to give us up?
Now it's going to be stuck in my head.
Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down. Never going to run around and...
Excuse me.
Go to the meat loft.
David Moyle needs to start a
always
pop-up.
invite you to the meat loft.
Yeah. David Moyle's pop-up is the meat loft.
Our meat is never dry. Won't you give it a try?
I hope you know, David Moyle, when we become big, rich YouTube stars, they're going to start a meat loft location and not give you any of the money.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yes.
We're going to name it David Moyle's Meat Loft, too. Like, what's the international
Sure.
What's
Absolutely,
the international
for
law
sure.
on that? I don't think there is any.
That was the best mistake I think I'd seen in a long, long time.
After Mr. Stu Rep, because that was what, Sewer Rogue with 21, right?
Yeah, so that was, what did we do, 21 and
25.
25.
So next we have Mr. Wintucky Shine with, wait, Sewer Reg said 21, 25. So yeah, Stu Rep is next with 12. Excuse me. I'm anorexic. I see things backwards.
All right, so this is one. Vandal did some kind of like thing for like a reel or a stories or something like that, where he put some special effects in, and I was taking screenshots because I needed his face for something, and then for some reason this was one of the screenshots that actually like you can see, but it just looked hilarious to me, and I'm like, how did he get that perfectly purple eye thing to happen? I don't know.
Man, those were the
psychotic a little bit in this.
Yeah.
Too,
those were the drinking shows or something back at that was the old, that was like 3 houses ago. That was like right after you came on the show, because that's back when I had that I'm a Girl That's Spiritual banner or whatever in the background I bought off of Amazon that had logos and shit.
I can't tell you where this was from or what exact reason this was, but
I don't
like, man, that particular face is so funny. I'm sure I can use this for something at some point.
I remember, but I don't remember. We do have Wintucky Shine next. This should be an easy transition with a 13.
Oh, okay. So that was 12. Let's go on to 13. Another
Giga should have been here for this
because
one.
I thought it was funny. But it's obviously myself as Han Solo, and then Vandal as the twins.
I don't know, man. If you had it, never mind. We're not going to ask that. No.
But for some reason, in some of the reface things that I do, it makes me look cross-eyed. It's a regular thing, and this picture is a perfect example of that. I just look like, for some reason, I'm cross-eyed.
Well, with that haircut and like, the facial hair, you look like one of those guys in the 90s that drove like the Broncos, but you sawzalled off the back windows, and then you wear those big dog t-shirts. I don't know if anyone else remembers those, but those were like back in the day. That's why you see everyone wearing the Punisher shirts now with the thin blue line. That was what those were back then.
And the sad thing is, when I did have hair, I actually have had this haircut. So the old butt cut.
Sewer Rug said on the last one, Thor, Vandal, and Blunder. And the side bun works well on me. Thank you. I've always thought I could rock a pretty good side bun. Princess Layla. Let's see. We got Mr. Great Wombatsky with 47.
47? Okay, this is 47 because there's only 30.
Next up, we have Sewer Rug with 11.
You guys are just hovering in this area tonight.
He's got to double down on that. It's showing 11.
All right, tell us all about it, Vandal.
So in the glory days,
government cheese is the shit.
In the glory days of America in the 1990s, you used to get, if you were on welfare or like some kind of government assistance, you got the kind of food that was rejected by the military to be used on troops. So you got this stuff in these brown paper bags and boxes, and this was super pasteurized cheese. Fun fact though, this cheese, if you miss the frying pan, I guess if you're using it, or the pot, this cheese is highly flammable. It's kind of like a Cheeto, and it will catch on fire and burn like a candle or a crayon, and is a great source of heat, light, and anything else except for nutrition. But if you melt it right on top of your wick tortillas, you can make a pretty good quesadilla. Wow, that rhymed pretty good. Watch out, Little Wayne.
It's Gwyneth Paltrow from Munda cheese.
Oh, dude, I want to smell it.
Makes great candles.
I want to waft it like a fine wine, like.
Can you imagine what one of these made into a candle would smell like?
It'd smell like oppression. Actually, that's a good idea for
like mobile home interior.
That's a good idea for a Etsy. Get the wood panel background. Take a picture of this cheese on top of what back then it would have been a Looney Tunes plate. A Tasmanian devil plate. With your smiley.
Or a block of this cheese with birthday candles in it.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I got for my birthday.
And you're wearing the tie-dye t-shirt with the smiley face on it before Walmart copywritten it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, we really hit nostalgia around here.
Oh, yeah.
We have Ian Covenant next with a 16.
16.
Stu Rep says government cheese was amazing. Ern said he grew up on it. Ooh, raw cheese. Ooh, raw. My cheese comes in processed brick, says Sewer Rug. Stephen Wall started rapping out so before we get into the next one. He said 639, baby, we're fine. However, does that Vandal knows. I think he was trying to do Lil Jon's 369, damn, look fine. Shake it for me one more time, get low. But I guess that's the Australian edition.
So this is the picture you take to send to your employer after they give you a Christmas present that is just mediocre at best, but you want to make them feel good about themselves. Probably the people in Australia will understand this crown because my employers spend a lot of time over in Europe, and they sent me one of those things that you like pop open and it's got this silly little crown in it.
Yeah.
This best team ever mug. I don't drink coffee ever. Like, it's just not my thing. But it's got like those little stick-on letters. It's not like it's made this way. It's just like somebody took the time. Like, this looks like an Etsy kind of project.
Yeah, this is your pizza party gift.
I use this as an ashtray for joints. That's typically what it gets used for.
Well, at least they thought, like, you know, when they gave you this mug and like how you just described it with the movable letters, they're like, sure, this might be a cheap gift, but we can say it's fun and creative because it's like a whiteboard for your coffee mug. Haha, they're gonna love this. The record profits this year, but hey, $8 mug.
Now the good news was there was money inside of this, so that made it all worthwhile. I don't want to say that it was
that makes it better,
but it's just one of these things where I over exaggerate. Oh my God, I'm so happy to have this paper crown and this metal mug with stickers on it. It's the best.
We have next. Ern says about when we were talking about you and the shirts, Big Dog and Big Johnson t-shirts. And then Big Rick says, why do you have all these pictures stored away, Big Rick? Do you really want to know? It's so we can make fun of you.
You have no idea the amount of space. I have a separate hard drive that's like halfway full of just stupid shit. But it comes in handy every once in a while, like when your internet goes down and you have to come up with ideas.
Anthony did the content for the show straight raw dog like it was 1997 and his mom was using the phone all night. Let's see. We got next. Ern's breaking it up with 27, so we get to go up a little bit.
All right. Getting out of the teens here a little bit. Oh, this is actually a good one. Can anybody tell me what you think this is?
It looks like it's supposed to be oatmeal cookies.
Somebody failed at baking. Yeah.
Deer droppings?
I almost want to give Chad a moment to catch up to see if anybody can guess what these actually are.
Literal pig shit.
Pecan shitties?
That's actually a more apt guess than the other two, for sure.
The fact that it's on a paper towel, though, you know that there's some lady named, like, Sharon that made these. Like, this is the family recipe we've been handing down since the Great Depression.
I will tell you that the person that posted these was very proud of them.
You went into the future and found one of Vandal's cooking shows a year from now, and this is what he tried to make.
Ern says failed cookies. Yeah, Jumping Beans says Stu Rep. Sewer Rug says no big
Mexican jumping turd.
I am never accepting a Mexican jumping bean from Stu Rep ever.
Whatever it is, it looks like shit, says Cloudy. The thing that trips me out, the thing that trips me out about these is if you look at the top, they definitely look like they're pinched off. Like, is this like supposed to be like pig shit cookies? Like, haha, these came out of a pig's butt, but it's really like oatmeal bran or something. Like, it looks like it has
Since we've given the chat a little bit of time, I will tell you what these are.
It has butt cheek imprints.
Yes, they look terrible. These are vegan meatballs.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Oh, they're worse than pig shit. Okay, cool.
On my cooking
thing. The person that posted these was so proud. They're like, oh, I can't wait tonight. We're going to have vegan meatballs and spaghetti. And I was like, lady, that looks like somebody took a dump on that plate.
they're vegan meatballs. Somebody did take a dump on that plate. So
Chris is
like
getting
with
nauseous.
dumplings.
Dumplings, yeah. Oh my god.
Dumplings.
Yeah, if I know that there are gonna be like vegan people out there and like, you know, whatever, take it offensively, I don't care. But if you've got to go so far to the point to prove your dietary needs that you make literal shit like this, like I could have made this after eating Taco Bell and I wouldn't have posted on the internet and been proud about it. Like whatever, like I'm not, you could be whatever you want. You could have a fucking unicorn horn. You can, you know, do whatever you want. I don't care, but like if you're
I
sitting
actually
there.
wasn't going to pull the picture, and then I actually went back and got it just as I was like, I gagged a little bit the first time that I saw it. I was just like, oh God, could you imagine going to somebody's house? This is what it would be. Like somebody that you're dating, you go over to their parents' house and they're vegans, and this is what they're going to be serving for dinner. Like it really did. It made me nauseous, and it was nice to see Vandal be speechless. That doesn't happen.
When the people ask me, you're a white guy, when they finally find out I'm white, why do you make fun of white people so much? Bitch, this is why. I guarantee you there's not one Hispanic person, not an Asian person,
No.
not a fucking Mexican, not a fucking South Korean, not a goddamn Europe. Well, maybe Europe. They're fucking sad on their food. No, not even a European would touch this. This is American white people shit. And why do you make fun of white people? Bitch, this is why. Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
I think if an Italian actually saw this in real life, they'd put a hit out on whoever made this.
If you got to get to the point to where you're going to satisfy yourself by making literal shit, like, go get laid. You could pay for it. How your husband hasn't touched you in years? There's another guy out there that will, baby. Like,
Yeah, this guy right here.
you got me like doing my backyard Home Depot haircut, like. And like, I get it. Like, if you finally found like the saddest way to make a cookie, but like, I get it. Like, what, instead of using eggs or something, like, there's got to be some kind of like, what besides what the eggs, like that's the only thing I can imagine going against a vegan thing, right? Because like it's all vegetables. I'm not a gynecologist, so I don't know exactly what a vegan diet can and cannot do, to be honest with you. Most of the time I just think plant-based shit, broccoli and cauliflower and stuff like this. But whatever you did to those fucking poor fucking vegetables to make them look like this, because like, don't get me wrong, I'll scarf down a family size, I do it every weekend, a family size bake of fucking vegetables. But this is just offensive. This is why God doesn't listen to you if you believe in God. Like,
Yeah, if this would have come up and said these are like shit balls, like they're cookies that they taste delicious but look terrible, I would have been on board with that.
yeah.
But when I found out what these actually were, I was just like, Jesus Christ. Like, if you don't want to eat meat, then don't. Like, don't make replacement meat that looks like this, because all you're doing, food is supposed to look appetizing and taste appetizing. And I'm guessing in this situation, neither of those items are.
This looks like when they clean out an old Egyptian tomb and they find foreskins in the fucking mummy.
Yeah.
Like, and like, if you can't roll them into meatballs, like, what the fuck are you, like, this is Rocky Mountain oysters right here. This is fucking bull nuts.
Actually, Rocky Mountain oysters taste better than those, I guarantee. I've had them, so I know.
Yeah, but it tastes better than the sadness of whoever's fucking life that is who
Rocky
made
Mountain
them.
oysters taste like shrimp.
I hate shrimp. I can't
They
do
have
seafood.
kind of the same consistency of
Yeah,
shrimp.
the exact same texture too, which is terrifying.
A little more veiny, but that's no big deal.
It's not helping.
All right, so let me find them. Where do we drop off at? All right, yeah, fuck this picture. Get it off my screen. Kentucky Shine says 6.
6. It can't. This is the worst picture in this group. It can't.
I had
get
a
worse.
fucking
I
heat
think it
stroke.
is the worst. I think that is actually.
I had a heat stroke
Oh.
yesterday, and this is still the worst part of
Well,
my week.
I don't know. This one's pretty close.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a good picture.
Yeah. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. That's totally different, wrong character.
I mean,
Yeah.
So
It's the
tell us
same
about this
character.
photo, Mr. Vandal.
Yeah, so a couple years back, well, it's been more than a couple years. It's been like
that's been a lot.
4 or 5 years. Like, yeah, look at that jawline. Yeah, and look, no facial hair too. What the fuck? I have to paint my face green to look good without a mustache. Anyways, it was a couple years back. The there was, obviously Halloween. And so, like, if anyone remembers back in the day on Nickelodeon, used to be the show called Doug. And he had his neighborhood bully called Roger Klotz with a K. And he wore, like, the black boots, jeans, and the rocker jacket and all that shit. And so I was like, all right, cool. I feel like I'm a pretty good Roger. I'm like 2 tones away from having the voice. Anyways. Yeah, so I dressed up as like Roger Klotz, and Delane dressed up as Quail Man, at the belt and the underwear outside the khaki shorts and the vest and all that shit. It was pretty legit. This is probably the best Halloween costume I've done, besides the 82 other ones where I just dressed up in my army fatigues, because I'm cheap. And we go downtown, and they're having a costume contest, and we're like, fuck it, we're filming ourselves, doing pretty good. And we go to sign up for the costume contest. We ran into this other group of people. It was like 5 or 6 people together. I can't remember. There's the picture somewhere. I'm not going to look for it right now. Where they dressed up as every other character from Doug. Like, so one was the sister. There was one that was Doug. There was one that did the blue paint, and he was Skeeter. And, like, he had, like, I don't even trying to be mean, because, like, these were nice people. Like, we're like, fuck it. So we teamed up, We're like, we'll go in as a joint, So why not? I never met these people before, but, like, fuck, it worked. And then it's funny because the guy Skeeter, he's like, from the cartoon, if you remember, he had kind of a long head. The dude in real life had a long ass head too. Like, he looked like, he had like the head of Plank from Ed, Edd and Eddy and all that shit. And then we ended up winning first place. So we all split like $50 between like 7 people, and we all got a free t-shirt, and it's Empire Records t-shirt. And yeah, so it turned out pretty cool. But like, this is probably the best Halloween costume I've ever done. Then that doesn't include my drag on this show, so.
Yeah, I was going to say the vampire prostitute's probably a close second to this.
Yeah.
One, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just one of those photos that I snagged from wherever I found it from, and it's like, hey, maybe I can use this for something another time. And it's tonight. That's what I'm using it for.
Yeah.
So yeah. Plus, I thought it was pretty good. I'm a little old for the Doug thing. It's just out of my time period. But I am familiar with what the show is.
Yeah. Sewer Rug says Killer Tofu by The Beats was a jam. So on the cartoon, they started a band called The Beats. And Killer Tofu doesn't match well with me right now because of the last segment. So I'm going to mute Sewer Rug. No, I'm kidding. Ern says I look just like him. Ern says Roger. Let's see. The worst part about these, someone's going to cover them in red sauce, says Kentucky Shine about the meatballs. It's probably not even going to be red sauce. It's going to be some brown, sad shit sauce. My Halloween costume is the same every year, says Stu Rep. He dresses as Pooh Bear, so he just doesn't wear pants. Or he dresses up like Jing Ping or whatever from fucking China. We do have the next number. It is... Where is it at? Where are we at? 3 from Great Wombatsky.
Oh, okay. This will take us back a little bit. So
is that your first girl house?
Because the statute of limitations is probably out for this. But I used to have a little side business back when things weren't so as legal as they are now. And I found a whole group of pictures of my old grows. So this is actually a picture of one of the grows that I did. That's
pretty cool, man. I watched the Weeds once.
Before LEDs and all that. I mean, obviously this has got some age to it. But yeah, I actually bought a whole truckload of lights that were from a gymnasium and then converted them over so that I could grow weed.
Nice. We have Tony McNamara joining in. He says, hello, everyone. Are we talking about She-Hulk? I'm guessing in the last picture.
I almost made that joke, but I just gotta let it go.
You know what? If you put me on She-Hulk, man, I'm going to be the most self-loving person ever, dude. She got some cheeks. I'll clap them.
I do have a reface that has you as She-Hulk, and it actually turns out pretty good. So maybe that's a good Halloween costume for this year. You already have the wig, so
yeah. You know. All right, the next one that we had was 9 from Kentucky Shine.
9.
And they almost did it in the right order for that song David Moyle was trying to do. Actually, is that Kentucky Shine at the Walmart?
It's either... I know the picture's a little bit dark, but this is just one that I probably pulled for a fashion episode and then just didn't end up using it. But I can't imagine walking into a Walmart and seeing that coming at you. And even to the point where he made sure that the hat was like stood straight up. Like they don't do that on their own.
Oh yeah, he's got a coat hanger in there.
Do that. So That's a little scary. It looked like something that you probably see in Vegas all the time, but in the Midwest, this isn't something we see on a regular.
This was when Tucky Shiner was doing security at the mall and he was going covert.
When Tucky Shine in 21 Jump Street.
Oh man, but give him credit for his all-out outfit look. I mean, he's got the shoes, he's got the socks. If those are socks, this is like if what was it? Fucking Beetlejuice was in like a pixie land. This is like what happens when you say Candyland in the mirror 3 times. This guy comes out and gets you the rollback deals.
I mean, let your freak flag fly. If this is what you like and you want to do, rock on. It just, for me, and this guy went all out. He's got the stockings on. He's got the heels on. I mean, he went full bore with it and just decided to go out in public this time. I just, even the over-the-shoulder purse, I mean, he really, I don't know what he's got in the basket there, but it's probably some kind of shawl or who knows.
Big Rick said this is the last episode of the Friday Fallout. Nice knowing you all since Vandal just not only insulted China, but North Korea. David Moyle says, is that even bigger, Rick?
Oh, no.
It's ma'am.
Graham Baskey says, bought them. In Australia, we just steal the streetlights for that. Had to look real close. That was me. It says Kentucky Shine. Sewer Rug says, maybe we should see 26 after that. And still waiting on 17. Yeah, we got a lot of numbers to get through here. Chat is actually popping off with the numbers pretty good. But shout out to this guy on the fucking pixie desk. That was what, 9, right? Or 3?
Yeah, that was 9.
Okay, so the next one we have after that was 23 from Sewer Rug.
So glad to see Sewer Rug.
Yeah, he was on
23, huh?
I think he was on the green room last week, right?
This fat.
Dude. I wish I had hair like that.
He's going to go get a glamour shot now. What have you done, Anthony?
Is that Yanni?
Patrick Swayze.
Oh, man, I should have known from the fucking mullet.
It's Dalton.
I gotta tell you, this guy looks like he's gonna sell you the best piece of land from a Christian real estate company.
He looks like he'd be doing a duet with Amy Grant.
Yeah, I definitely, like 1980s, like, well, you watch the Hallmark Channel and they have like the Christian pop albums or whatever, or Christian rock albums, and this guy's on the cover of it and he's like rocking out for Jesus.
Yeah, this almost made it into a hits or bullshits. Like I was going to use this picture as an album cover. But that's the thing. Like sometimes when I do these, the face just fits so perfectly. Like I want to save this and use it for something, but sometimes it's just there's nothing I could really use it for. But yet it makes me like I'll go through these, and sometimes I'm just dying laughing going through some of these pictures that I've made up, and no one else ever gets to see them. So I thought this would be a good time, but. You look great, man.
Yeah.
I could see you pulling this off.
I need to get a fucking wig, apparently. Dye my tips or frost my hair or whatever. Everybody puts Vandal in the corner, says Sewer Rug. And when Tucky Shine says, I wish I had hair like that too, or any hair at all would be cool.
Right there with you, pal. Right there with you.
All right, so that was...
that was 23.
23. So Stu Rep asked for 30.
3.
3-0. Stu Rep.
Oh, 30?
Yeah.
What is the last one on here? Oh, this one.
Yeah. The Super Mario fucking patio. I've seen this one.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, I don't see anyone, I can't see anyone getting mad at this.
Oh, I can see every housewife in the world getting mad.
Really?
But, oh, yeah. I mean, maybe not young housewife, but... think about Delane's mom, like going outside and seeing, like, it's something I don't think a lot of housewives would be on board with.
I don't know, man.
Great.
I don't know. I honestly can't. I can think of maybe like one person that I know that's like the female of the relationship that would maybe get mad at this, but everyone else I could think of. But maybe the fact that I don't hang out with anyone anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, video games haven't always been such a popular thing. So, yeah, I can see some older people. And I watched enough older people TV this week to say that, yep, I know them. I've got their mindset. I'm with it. Yeah, but I thought that was cool. So I thought, what the hell not? But, I needed one more to make 30, and this was 30.
All right, so the next one we have is Mr. Great One Batsky with a 8.
8.
Yeah.
I don't understand this. So
Hey.
I was hoping maybe somebody could explain to me what this is.
The
OnlyFans.
worst thing about this picture is the picture after this with the price tag. $44.
Wait, Snorkel, you have these jeans?
Yeah, I bought them the other day. I got them on sale. They were only $39.
Or did this happen to your jeans crawling out of the bunker for rations?
I'm really grateful I have these because I haven't suffered from heat exhaustion while wearing these.
You know what? My glucose is down. We got to end the show.
These are the jeans you wear to the ball game.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I also don't understand how people buy them. People pay $50 fucking for
And
this.
I wouldn't have chosen this picture had it been a one-off. Like it was just one pair of jeans.
Oh no.
But there are multiple pairs of
Yeah.
these hanging there, and you know that they're for sale. Like if one person had these on, I'd be like, yeah, they just cut their jeans up. But no, these are actually in a store on a rack, and there are multiple ones. Like, what size do you choose?
I think this is the Kanye West edition because, like, have you seen his clothes? They're like the peasants in fucking Skyrim. Like, this is like when he made women's clothes. Like, don't get me wrong. Would I want to see a girl with a big butt or something wearing these? Absolutely. But so that's the only people that can wear these. Girls with big butts. Like, let's be real. Like,
Yeah, but guys with big butts, no.
I don't know. Is it shaved? No.
Only way to find out, Anthony, buy a pair.
Yeah.
And I was thinking for some women with large rear ends, maybe these are the only jeans that fit.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, fuck it. Like Nicki Minaj, I guess, or whatever. I do want to do some spotlight comments. I've been missing them, going back and doing it. Stu Rep says he is selling his jeans pretty cheap. Sunburn, that's another story from David Moyle. At least the pockets look decent, says Cloudy with Flavor. Women still can't get pockets with pants, apparently. I mean, I guess those are pockets.
Pockets, like full-blown fucking...
Ooh, we found the staff uniform for Meatloaf, says Great Home Batsky.
Instead of Hooters outfits, they're Wieners outfits.
Yeah. There was a good one in here. From the last one from my hair or whatever we're talking about, the Photoshop, Tony, I'm just going to say Tony. I'm going to fuck it up. Says, I have hair like that on my ass. Let's see. Suaruk says, would you wear a shell of the pants to match the shell of your personality? Yes. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand the question. The answer is still yes.
Yeah. Yes.
I think you have to wear a mesh tank top with these. I think that's the combination that goes together.
Yeah. So the fucking Disco Viking or Techno Viking or whatever. Did we do 10, says Ern, or 24? So I guess you could choose either one of those.
We also still haven't done one, surprisingly.
Yeah.
We haven't done 10.
We have a lot of numbers coming.
Said we can do 10. We haven't done 10 yet.
Yeah, and we have a David Moyle one. He's asked for it a couple times, so we'll get to that one next.
All right. So 10 is...
oh my God, your desktop gives me anxiety.
Other than, this is what my computer screen looks like when I get ready to do a Friday Fallout.
No. Oh God, no.
It makes me itch seeing so many fucking icons on your desktop. I have 20 on my desktop, and it still bugs me.
If I have to have the slide on the desktop for it to work in Zoom. If you don't have it on the desktop, it doesn't work. So I want to say this was probably New Year's Eve. This is the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I had to have all of these spread out on the desktop so I could actually use them in Zoom.
I take it back. The vegan meatballs was not the worst picture.
Yeah, and so I had to clear all of these off too.
Right.
That's not how my computer looks now. But I was like, when I took this, I'm like, this is the work that I go through to entertain the 20 people that watch this show.
You guys see how this effort?
I am very terrified right now.
Anthony works hard, slaving over us all day because, like, there's no fucking way I would do that.
No, not at all.
I mean, you guys have seen the show before, like before. Usually I just get really high and be like, put on tinfoil hat and talk about bath urinals trying to rape you. But like, yeah.
It's funny you brought that up because I have some Friday Fallouts that I downloaded because I put them onto the new channel. And
Yeah.
I got so bored this week. I was watching like really old Friday Fallouts
Uh,
because I had nothing else. And yes, like I'm watching some of the older ones and just cringing. Not only is the quality just horrible because none of us had good cameras at the time, so
Yeah.
it looks like we're watching a videotape that's been copied like 6 times. But yeah, when I started doing the backgrounds, but yeah, I saw this picture and I was like, yeah, I don't know if these people have any idea the number of slides that I have to make for just this standard show that we do. But yeah, this is what I do to try and entertain. So are
Cloudy,
you not entertained?
Cloudy says
I
it looks
was
like a
before
period.
I saw behind the scenes. Now I'm scared.
Cloud, I'm not even gonna read Tony's comment. That's sacrilege in here, brother. Right here, he said, "Is that bad because of icons or because it's an apple?" Cloudy also says, "Looks like a periodic table." That's the periodic table of elements of the show. That's the chemistry that Anthony has to make for the show to work. He's basically Walter White of the Friday Fallout.
VH3 behind the wall Fallout. Yeah, that's what this is.
It's so we have, what was that, 10? Earned 73 at 24, but if we want to mix it up, Big Rick did follow that one with a 7.
7. Okay.
Oh man, I think I posted about this on my Instagram story the other day. It's probably not the same exact thing, but yeah.
So
and-
yeah, years and years ago, when I saw Groundhog Day for the first time, I didn't really think that this existed. And then one time when we were traveling in the U.S. Doing stuff for vape conventions, we stopped by Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, and this is an actual real place. So if you, I'm probably one of the only people that are on this show or watching this show that have ever been to Gobbler's Knob.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's safe to say you're the only one that's been Goblin Knob.
Oh, there's probably other people on the show that have gobbled knob, but have never been to Gobbler's Knob.
That's fair. Snorkel is off screen. I don't know if you saw it, but I put it on my Instagram story a while back or whatever, and I was like, I can't believe that people used to get paid thousands of dollars to do what you're doing right there for free. I don't understand it. Like, this industry is so fucking weird. Like, yeah.
I even and I had to look in the little hole in the tree to see if the groundhog was there, and he wasn't. But it's this big, huge park. I mean, it really is a real place, and yeah, you can visit if you ever wanted to. To get to this is kind of, you have to drive in like these dirt gravel roads and shit like that to actually get to this place. And at one point, we were like, I don't even know if we're going to the right place or we're just driving in the woods. Like it was pretty bad.
You would imagine that it'd probably be pretty built up because that was a big movie back in the day. And back in the day, that was like the white American dream, was to go to like movie sets or whatever. You know, I know it's a real thing, but you know what I mean? Like, what Bill Murray was fucking huge back then.
Yeah, and I wanted to make this look cool, so I'm wearing bibbed overalls with my Stormtrooper suit jacket. So really, class it up.
We have a 26 from Sewer Rug.
My YouTube mistakes. All right. 26?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Vando, you'll like this one. It's a best-selling product on Amazon. And it only made me laugh because these two were together and this showed up in my feed.
And that's
like,
the worst part, is that that's cutting the lawn. Left is cutting the lawn, and then after you're done, you start drinking beer, and the boys come over and you put on some Jimmy Buffett. That's for this Crocs are for that time. Like, this is Cody that used to come on the show a lot. You know, this is him in 10 years.
I'm more confused that the Crocs are rated higher than the New Balance.
Crocs are insanely popular, and you can get like add-ons for them that clip into the holes or whatever of the Crocs. They have like headlamps for like miners. They have unicorn horns, and like, of course it's unisex. It's rainbow. That means everybody can wear it, right? Like, like, why would you even have to say unisex with Crocs? I don't think that there's like female Crocs out there unless they're the ones with the high heels. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen those yet, but they have high heel Crocs now.
I don't want no.
And they have like there's like a Doc Martin collab with Crocs where they croc all the way up to your knees.
I've seen the boot Crocs before.
Yeah.
just a sad state of affairs. I didn't know that there were this many dads out there that wore these, but almost 55,000 reviews. I'm going to say, yeah, they're. And I don't know if you sent it to our thing or not, or if it's just something I saw. But there was a funny thing that said, when you want a job done right, and they were just taking film of all these guys wearing New Balance as they were working in the back.
Oh yeah.
That was really funny.
Yeah. Kentucky Shine, I was going to ask him if he has those Crocs, because it seems like...
I was thinking I was just waiting for him to comment.
Yeah, he actually said Croc headlights came across his IG today. And then David Moyle says clown Crocs better with better balance. I seen cowboy boot Crocs, ridiculous, says Stu Rep. Stu Rep says Vandal, I had no clue this is what 26 was like. No Crocs, my goodness. There's a lot of Crocs out there, guys. So whatever floats your boat, it's crazy these started out for nurses and then now they're like everywhere.
Yeah, speaking of free TV this week too, if I see one more goddamn commercial about shoes that you can slip on without bending over.
Yeah.
Like Skechers has got this whole new line of shoes where it's like, is everything just built around making us lazier? Is that the whole concept behind all of it? Because I don't want a pair of shoes that I can just step into because they look ridiculous.
Well, I don't like that because I'm really weird. I have to have my shoes so tight that they almost cut off my circulation. But they have these Nike ones that do that too. And I bought a new pair of shoes recently. I needed new shoes off of Nike, the website. And they have the same thing. They click open or whatever and you put your foot in, it clicks shut. But I'm a guy that wears socks with my slides. There's no shoe sandals for me. You know what I mean? It doesn't work that way. It's either they're sandals or they're, shoes. There's no in between. So I don't get it either. But I did.
Are your white Jordans getting worn out? Because
yeah,
I like the white Jordans with the black socks. That's a good look.
Yeah, that's how you know I might not rob you. They're not Black Forces. We are running at 9:30. I don't know how long you think the game will take. So should we do one last grand one, or do we got time?
Yeah, we can do one or two more and then be done with this. It's fine.
Okay, so what was that? Sewer Rug. So we have Stu Rep. Actually,
we'll let them pick one more, and then I will pick one.
We'll actually let David Moyle go because he was waiting for this one. He said it a couple times. Let me find it. I don't have any yet, says Kentucky Shine on the Crocs, by the way.
Yet.
Yeah, yet. And then let me find David Moyle.
He's waiting for the matching fanny pack to go along with it.
David Moyle said 17. 7 T-E-A-M-E.
17.
Yeah, so 17.
She's only 17. It's the object of my affection.
Speaking of David Moyle, he said all our information Merchills are about getting rid of COVID. I have no idea what that means. He said the object of my affection. Let me full screen this one for you. The worst part is, I think that if you threw a blonde wig with the highlights on me, I'd look better than Jennifer Aniston looks today.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Really? Oh, man, something about the really skinny and, your face starts to look like a leather bag to me. I don't know, but...
Maybe it's just the makeup that she's using, but I still think she looks pretty good.
It's crazy that...
I'm turning 50 this year, so my opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know, but, it's crazy that her and Paul Rudd were in this movie. And then Paul Rudd still looks the fucking same.
Well, that's me, but yeah, I get you.
But you can tell it's Paul Rudd on the other picture.
Yeah, it's Paul Rudd with the Forrest Whitaker eyes, because for some reason it just doesn't do my eyes right all the time.
Yeah.
Paul Whitaker.
Maybe we should do a cosplay of Friends on one of our shows and stuff. You could be Monica. Snorkel could be Ross.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me show you two more, and then we'll get out of here. Just because they're refaced ones that I think are funny. Here's one for Knocked Up, which I thought was pretty hilarious.
Man, I look better than Katherine Heigl.
I will agree with that. She's a fucking bitch.
Man, you know what? Maybe I should start taking some hormones. You know what I mean? Can I do the ones where it doesn't make my mustache go away? Because if I were to ever be a trans person, I'd want my mustache.
I would want you to have it.
Because
there's plenty of women out there with mustaches. This is not anything new.
I look Hispanic, but I'm not. So I don't have a woman's mustache. But
Depends on how Hispanic you are.
Yeah.
This one here I thought was pretty good at
Oh man! All right, maybe you make a pretty good-looking chick too. Sometimes, you know.
I'd date that chick for sure. So I thought this one was pretty good. This is when I did
Sean
the Fat Angry
Typhon.
Hippie. It's pretty bad. That's actually a video. But we'll leave with this one here because fuck you, Vandal Norris.
I wish I was cool as Chuck Norris. I bet you he doesn't pass out when it's hot outside. No, that's the best thing about Chuck Norris too. Is like you know, you make fun of the guys that tuck their shirts in, but when you rip the sleeves off, you're like, all right, that's pretty badass. Like, he's the only dude to wear a denim suit without sleeves. Like, you know what I mean? Rock it.
Those aren't ripped off, man. Those are
hemmed,
those are
actually.
made
Yeah.
that way. Those are hanging on the same rack as those jeans with no legs in them.
Sewer Rick says Rebel Remelia on that last one. David Mo says knocked out. I see hot people, and Big Rick says Big Vandal. I wish I could karate chop as hard as Chuck Norris.
So without having much internet access this week, I hope you guys enjoyed just some fun conversation with some random picks. Hopefully they made you laugh. So that was part of it. So I did put together one game for this week, and it kind of goes along with something that we've been dealing with lately. I am not a big fan of the old boat parts game, as most of you probably know. And I think this might be the new game that I make you guys play every time that we don't play boat parts until boat parts goes away. So, Vandal, if you want to run that bumper, we will get rolling.
All right, and I wasn't allowed to talk about it the whole time, and I hope that this makes more sense of the title of the show. Bumper is running. I was laughing so much when I watched it.
Oh no, I'm waiting for YouTube to catch up because it's not anywhere else.
I do like how that trailer, the bumper you made has a very, it reminded me a lot of, Indiana Jones. Mixed with a little bit of like the original Jurassic Park. Like that's what the vibes I got from it. But yeah, if you guys don't know, Anthony really loathes PT Cruisers.
Loathe PT Cruisers. But it has been a source of entertainment for us recently. So you guys are very familiar with this particular PT Cruiser, which hasn't changed in price since the last time I was able to check. They're still asking $5,500 for it, and it is still on sale. So I, the other day, thought, well, why don't I look and see if I can find any other PT Cruisers that are more expensive than this one? And then I also decided, well, why don't I look at PT Cruisers not only here in Toledo, Ohio, but also in Nevada to see what the prices differences are.
Bad.
And,
it's massive.
To be honest with you, the prices weren't really any different than they were here, which is probably one of the only things that's not more expensive in Nevada than it is in Toledo, Ohio. So this game is basically going to be a spin-off of the boat parts game where you guys are going to bid. And I'm going to show you a picture of a PT Cruiser, and you're going to have to bid without going over.
All right. I do want to point out real quick, Sewer Rex says, Anthony, I'm sending in audio tomorrow after that bumper. I have an idea.
Okay. So the first one up here is from Laughlin, Nevada. It's got 59,000 miles on it, and it is a 2004 PT Cruiser.
I don't know what's going to be least expensive, the trailer or the PT Cruiser. Actually, that's a very nice PT Cruiser for Laughlin. You guys know how I'd make fun of like Pahrump, Nevada a lot? Somehow Laughlin, it comes in below it on everything else. Laughlin, Nevada is where if you smoke meth and you have a boat, that's where you go.
I've actually considered just flying out to Vegas and then buying a PT Cruiser and driving it back.
It sounds like the worst road trip ever. That would be like the Oregon Trail 2022. I gotta admit though, like, I mean, you can't really quite tell, but it doesn't look like there's any like sunburn on the roof of that or anything. Like,
Yeah, these are all pictures from Facebook, so they're going to be whatever quality of picture they want
Yeah.
on Facebook. So
I do
some of them
like.
I tried to brighten up a little bit just so you could see them, but they're all not.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, I know it's not exactly the hot topic, but I do like that they built the shed on the side as an addition to their trailer with the, the redwood to match it. We do have some bids coming in. The only car, oh wait, real quick, Snorkel says the only car worse than a PT Cruiser is the Pontiac Aztec. You watch your mouth, goddamn Pontiac. David Moyle says 7,200. Big Rick says 8,000. Kentucky Shine says 5,500. Bob. Great Wambaski says I'll take $1,000 to dispose of that for them.
And back on the Pontiac Aztec thing, I was actually going to do that intermixed with these, but they sell for way more money.
Good dude, they're super rare. They're actually like collector's items, especially after Breaking Bad too. Like,
just amazing to me that a Pontiac Aztec is more valuable than a PT Cruiser.
yeah. Sewer Rick says 5,100. Ian says 6,000. Bob. I'm gonna go in here. I don't think anyone did it yet. I'm gonna say 7,500.
All right. Snore Shell.
Kentucky stole mine, so I'm going to do 55-1.
Ah.
I was going to do 5,500, and he straight up stole it. So 55-1, Bob.
All right, and the answer to that one is
Wow.
Oh.
Wait, the crossed out price was $45,000.
What
I
the
think-
fuck?
I think somebody made a typo with that one and added a number
An extra
in there by
zero
mistake.
or something. Yeah, the 45. Like they probably did 45.25. I don't fucking know, but wow, $4,000. I mean, it's only got 59,000 miles. Like, granted, it's a PT Cruiser. No one ever wants to drive one. And ever since we started making fun of the show, I see them all the time back in Vegas here, and I'm just like, oh, you fucking. As I'm getting dropped off by my girlfriend. Yeah. Big Rick says, "Fuck you for sniping me." I thought I didn't. Oh, I guess I did. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who won? 'Cause I can't see the
Nobody. Everybody was over.
Literally everyone went over.
Well, no, Great Wambowski technically won. He said he'd take $1,000 to dispose of it for them, so
You could probably part this out for more than $5,000.
so technically Great Wambowski won because he was the only one that didn't go over.
Yeah, I guess.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
We're playing slop shots tonight.
So we
2005.
got a 2005 Chrysler PT Cruiser Limited Sport Wagon 4-door from Toledo, Ohio, with 57,000 miles.
And
this when you do one up, I guess it gets a vinyl roof and some
White
shitty
walls.
aftermarket wheels.
white wall
and white
wheels.
walls.
Yeah, white
White
walls.
wall, low profiles on a PT.
This is This is a multiverse Snoop Dogg PT Cruiser, apparently, from back in the NWA days. Like, I know he was in NWA, but you know what I'm saying.
We found Vandal's next car.
Those rims are nice for that car. I gotta tell you, whatever Nissan Sentra they took that off of, they're probably hurting.
I think this is more of a Swamp Dog style than a Snoop Dogg style. But
Yeah, I like though that every PT Cruiser owner waited until about 60,000 miles to realize this was a bad idea.
I thought maybe this was like a hearse they use at a pet cemetery.
Oh my God, Chihuahuas! Like your dead Chihuahuas.
Chihuahuas, Datsun, Shih Tzus.
Yeah. Kentucky Shine coming in hot with 10,000. Tony says 3,000. Big Rick with 12,000. Gray Wambaski says 5,150.
Dive her down.
Oh man, I mean, you got to think they probably want some money for this. You said it was a sport edition. David Moyle says
No, it's the limited
our
edition.
limited edition.
Limited edition.
Yeah, and with that humidity in Toledo, Ohio, and that roof's looking that good, I don't know. David Moyle says 3,700. Bob, 3.7. Yeah. Sewer Rug says $8,324. I gotta tell you though, I think you guys are being a little high. Those taillights aren't smoked out,
They are not smoked, yeah.
and it still
And
has
that bumper has not been customized.
yeah, it still has
I
the
have to smoke to buy this, but yes,
Yeah.
I understand.
it still
You
has
have to
the
smoke
reflectors
so
on the
much.
bumper from the
Yeah.
school bus. Apparently, Ian says 6K. Bob with the water splash emoji. He's got that drip.
Oh god.
Just imagine pulling up in like 2004, like bumping some Mike Jones or like something like that. You know what I mean? Like you'd be
Don't act like you don't know my name.
yeah.
I'll go with 4,000, Bob. 4,000.
4,000 snorkel. All right. What do you got, Vandal?
It's pretty custom. I mean, this still has one of those. It doesn't have the headphone jack, but it has the tape that you put into it that connects to your headphone.
I
Turns a
still
CD
have that in
player.
my Jetta.
Yeah, CD player into a fucking tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That or it has the 18 disc changer in the back that you never change because you're too lazy by the time you get home after working at Burger King as a manager driving this.
You
Fuck
lost the cartridge.
yeah, I'm gonna say 65.
65.
I don't mean
All
to
right,
snipe
so
you, Ian, but that's what it feels
actual
like.
retail price of the 2005 Chrysler PT Cruiser Limited Sport Wagon 4-door is $45.
45. What was your snorkel?
He said 3.
Mine was 4K.
Yeah, I think Snorkel
4,000.
got the closest.
Yep.
Yeah, Snorkel without going over. Congrats, Snorkel. It's rigged.
It's rigged,
But-
and I will pay somebody that $4,000 to burn this.
I was gonna say I would buy it for $4,500 and sell it to one of these guys that's bidded $12,000.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that 12K for Big Rick. I mean,
Yeah, hey, Big Rick, I got a PT Cruiser to sell you.
Yeah.
and some coastline property in Nevada.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Just so you know, Big Rick, for $12,000 you could probably have a fleet of PT Cruisers.
You get one for the whole family.
Yes, everybody gets a cruiser. You get a cruiser, and you get a cruiser.
You know what? Maybe that's the new power move. The whole family pulls up in PT Cruisers to the Cracker Barrel.
what
Holy-
the fuck did they do? What?
All right, so this is a 2006 Chrysler PT Cruiser convertible 2-door.
This is what happens when
Yarnell, Arizona. It says 9.6K miles, but it actually is 96,000 miles.
oh wow.
Anthony, is this a trim option you could get on the PT Cruiser, or
Yeah,
is
they
this
came out with
custom?
a convertible.
Ew. Oh god.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh yeah, this is how they made them
Uh,
work.
No. God no.
This is what
This is the only convertible that I have on this list.
This
so-
is what happens when a
I was
ranchero.
hoping it was a custom that would save some sanity, but this
I
was
think
a
the
trim.
custom in the bumper was enough.
Uh,
Three-wheeled PT
Yeah.
Cruiser was the worst fucking thing I'd ever seen.
This looks like if a ranchero in El Camino had a baby and then it was missing 3 chromosomes when it was born.
Yeah, this is a
oh, this
short
one has
Marcel
one
Camino.
extra chromosome. This one has one extra.
Trisomy
This looks
28.
like a croc.
Yeah.
This is a Transformers croc. Like this
You
is
know how
if-
they got in trouble with the Transformers that couldn't talk properly? This Transformer would get them in so much more trouble.
yeah. When you want to stop for Crocs on the way home, but mom says we have Crocs at home. Oh man. We have some bids in here. Kentucky Shine said so 10K is too much for a mini limo. David Moyle says 69.99. So 6,999. Kentucky Shine says 3,800. Tony says 3,000. Big Rick says 6K. Grant Basky says 5,150 for all. If you buy one, you definitely need that 72-hour psych hold. So it's like buying a gun. No top, no worries. That's 38.79, bro. Muscle dollars, Bob says sewer rug. The worst part
Yep.
about it is that this is definitely some Filipino staff sergeant in the National Guard's car.
Oh yeah, it is. And no matter who gets it right, Ian wins with his.
Yeah, they're bumping fucking Aqua as they pull up to drill. $600, not 1,000, says Ian.
Just 600 period dollars period, not.
I like how the
1,000.
bids have gone down since we started this. Like the first picture, everybody was like 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, and now they're like 600, 3,000. Like you're getting the idea behind this.
It's pretty. I mean, like as far as PT Cruisers go, if like you know when you see someone and you're personally not attracted to them, but you know like they're attractive. Like as far as PT Cruisers go, this is probably like the closest thing to an attractive PT Cruiser because half of it's already missing. So I'm gonna say 4,200.
And
Okay.
I'm not a fan of sewer rug sniping Kentucky, so I'm going to snipe sewer rug and say a flat 3,900.
Is that all the bids?
That's all the bids.
All right, so we're at $3,500.
45
Oh.
was the original. 30 Yeah, Tony got this one with 3,000. I gotta tell you, like, don't get me wrong, like, as someone that's, like, you know, looked at cars recently, especially used cars, maybe this is where PT Cruisers make a resurgence, because there's no used car on any fucking car lot that I've seen that has been within tens of thousands of dollars of how much these are being sold for. Like,
that was kind of what surprised me, was the condition of these, and then what they were actually being. This is starting to remind me of the Cavaliers of old. Like, you guys didn't deal with that. But in the 90s, like, if you just needed a cheap car, you went and bought a Chevy Cavalier. Like,
yeah.
And I can see this, because I don't know if you guys have noticed a trend, but I don't think we've hit one that's more than the $5,500 one that is our pride and joy, the one that I want to see what it actually sells for at the end. That started at $10,000 and change until I, contacted the seller and said, "You're a fucking moron."
Yeah. Tony says, "I'll give it to you," and $3,000 to take it. Ian says it is kind of cute, though. I mean, don't get me wrong. You got like a Spice Girls looking girl from like the 90s with like pink hair and like the pigtails or something driving this, bumping some spice up your life. I'd get in the car.
I think that there are probably girls that could pull this off.
They can't though.
The guy driving this, it's his grandmother's car. He just got a job at a factory and he's trying to put his life back together.
No, he works at the gay bar and he does this to get extra tips.
That could be too.
Or I can totally give something for Vandal here. Shane drives one.
Oh. You guys don't get it, but that cements it. That PT Cruisers are for losers.
That's a real shame.
It's definitely a real shame. No.
Oh shit!
There we go with our second convertible of the evening. 2005 Chrysler PT Cruiser GT convertible 2-door, and this is in Las Vegas, Nevada, with 173,000 miles.
They tried to put a Grand Touring trim on a.
This is like when you want to get a Chrysler 300, but your mom says we have a Chrysler 300 at home.
Chrysler 300 at home.
While chat catches up so they can do their bids, the one thing I will tell you about these ads is any of them that say it overheats and we don't know why, just steer completely clear. If you're ever thinking about getting a PT Cruiser,
any
head
car
gaskets blown. These things were notorious for blowing head gaskets in this particular engine. So anybody that tells you that or says, "Oh, it's overheating, but it's probably just a thermostat and a quick fix," run, Forrest, run.
Not even just on a PT Cruiser.
It has a slight overheating issue.
Nope.
It's never the thermostat.
No. And then the worst part is they are the most immaculately kept. The interior's perfect, body's perfect, everything on it's perfect, but they've got a blown gasket somewhere. And like you're like, oh, looking at it, because like I remember when I was younger, I wanted to buy a car at one point in my life, and I was like looking. I'd always be looking and stuff. And I'm like, damn, these cars look good. And like, I almost fell for the trap of, buying a car that looks great, but like, they just can't figure out what's wrong with it, but never, ever fucking do that. That's my Vandal advice for the night is whenever they say there's something wrong that they can't figure out, you're not going to figure it out. You're not going to figure it out.
I like the ones that say mechanic special, and I'm a mechanic and I don't ever go for the specials.
Yeah. Mechanic special means...
I'll order a la carte. I don't want the special. Yeah. Thanks anyway.
Mechanic special means that they didn't pay the bill because the mechanic couldn't figure out how to fix it, and that's why he's selling it. We got Big Rick with a 5K. Again, Graham Batsky with a 5150. Sewer Rug says, take $2,483 and don't call me back. Tony says $3,000. Ian says 4K.
Has Greg Wambatsky just been listening to Van Halen? Is that why he just keeps putting 5150 up?
Probably. On Angle Money says David Moyle. 4,200 Bob. Kentucky Shine said, fuck you, David Moyle. Wow, a GT 4,100. 3,200 Meatloaf courtesy dollars says Great Wambatsky. Man, you got to figure out that would probably be overpaying twice as much. Meatloaf dollars.
Now, if I was ever going to buy one of these, I actually would look for a GT because they do have a turbo on them, so it does make them a little bit fast.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that to go 20 miles over the speed limit to go to Wendy's.
And get their French toast sticks.
Yeah, Delane got those. I'm gonna say 2,300.
2,300 in Las Vegas, Nevada. 2,300.
Yeah, 173,000 miles at this point.
So.
Not in this economy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 23 from me.
4,300 from me.
Big Rick says, fuck you, Ian, 3,800. Snorkel, he said 33.
43.
4,300. Yeah, so
Yeah.
2,300.
Ah.
What did I say, 24?
No,
I
you
think
said 23.
23.
I said
Yeah, you
23.
got it
Exactly
right on the
right.
money.
Fuck, man,
Yeah.
I've been on Zillow so much. I've been on so much shit lately. I'm just getting good at this. I know it's not a house, but it's still overpriced.
This is Chris's fish finders for me. He knows PT Cruiser.
Terry's, so the friend that we bash on mutually, Snorkel. Well, I'm not going to speak for Snorkel. He might still talk to him one day. Anyways,
Nope.
all right, cool. So this kid Terry, that was a total piece of shit growing up. I knew in Pahrump. His grandma bought a PT Cruiser, and he was like, "Hey, she'll let me drive it wherever we want to go." And there's like one skate shop in town where everyone hung out with. I never hung out with him when he drove the PT Cruiser to the skate shop, and it was this same color with the white and the black, but it was the 4-door.
But
So,
I mean, you know, like you were talking about before, like realistically, you know,
I mean,
yeah,
money
the
wise,
miles are kind of high on this. Like, I'm not going to say that, but to be able to buy a car in this economy for $2,300 that looks like this,
I could afford this with my monthly salary and have money left over. Like,
yeah,
Could afford this with my savings and still have more
have
savings.
grands left over. Yeah.
Now, the only time that these will go away quickly is right after the first of the year when it's tax time.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, people go out and buy, you know, cheap cars during that period of time. But and if you guys noticed on the bumper, I had plenty of these to choose from, and that was only 2 states. That
Yeah.
was only 2 cities in 2 states, and they had that many available. So, you know, if you guys like this game, we may play it again.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey,
and
what's
this is the last one that I have set up for this. 2004 PT Cruiser in White House, Ohio, with 198,000
with the battery jump on top of it.
correct.
Why
yeah.
does that look photoshopped onto the car?
This definitely
It's
looks
not.
like when an Asian vape brand hits your company page up with their disposables and they Photoshop it into an H&M magazine photo shoot where the guy wearing the ripped pants from earlier is hitting a vape.
This was the only worst Facebook vehicle picture that I found this week.
That's the picture.
That's the picture. That's the ad that's the main ad that you see.
Like,
$1,000. 2003 Ford Crown Vic, though.
yeah, Crown Vics run forever. And if
Not
you,
that one, but
this one was, they threw the spike strips in front of themselves. Man, this one's got the sunburn on it. This definitely looks like the one I would expect to be in Laughlin.
It's got
I like-
the half a hubcap.
yeah, I like the Portland curb damage hubcap right there.
When Tucky Shine says $1,000 battery charger extra. Nope, need one towing a boat for next time. At least $1,250, says David Moyle. Tony says 500.
$500.
Tony also says, congratulations, everyone. We don't own one. This has got the sunburnt lips on it. This looks like your average day tweaker. 980 says Big Rick. Sewer Ruck says 2107 for the siding behind the car. Graham Baskey says, so the charging system has
That's
been...
some solid aluminum siding back there.
Yeah. Graham Baskey makes perfect sense. The charging system's been eaten through by rats. 2600. It's also the hubcap too. Like,
And that front bumper with the Ford problem with red paint.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy how
Oh.
much. But you gotta tell them, you gotta give Chrysler credit for creating the PT Cruiser how they did, because its airflow must be good because there's no burn on the rest of the grill or on the hood, from what I could tell. But it's only on the bumper.
Yeah. Paint test did not go well for the bumper paint.
When-
The plastic is not doing well.
When Tucky
The
Shine,
fiberglass doing
yeah.
fine.
When Tucky Shine asks, how about that yardstick though that's holding up the hood? That's at least $12 at Home Depot. Like, that's a
It's
nice
like a
yardstick.
broomstick, yeah.
Yeah.
The yardstick isn't included, guys, so you're gonna have to figure that in your pricing.
Sewer Rex says when Tucky's got a point, 2107 and 5 cents. He said, fuck you. Never mind, he upped himself 5 cents for the yardstick. Ian says 982 with the tongue out face. I'm gonna go. I'm feeling Ian here. I'm gonna say 750. This feels like a $750 car.
I'm still mad at Kentucky stealing my 1,000, so I'll go with 1,500.
Yeah, Kentucky said
All right.
1,000. Yeah,
Is that everybody?
I think so. 1,500. Jesus.
Hey, thanks,
Christ.
Kentucky. I've only won when I've sniped you.
Snorkel on the nose.
Every time I snipe Kentucky, I win.
And honestly, you could probably go out there and get it for the amount that Kentucky bid.
Yeah.
No
Well,
what?
It's 1,500 OBO. You know that's in the description.
That bumper's like lipstick on a pig. Definitely adds 250. It says great one, Betsky. But I got an idea for a game. I mean, granted, like none of us could probably afford it, but we all buy a PT Cruiser for really cheap and then see how high we could sell it for.
Yeah, that'll work just as good as the Wish game that I sent you stuff, and I'm still waiting for mine.
It's on the way, dude. It's coming from China. They're on lockdown right now. They're on lockdown right now, bro.
It's in the
No, I
mail.
was going to make the joke earlier that Chris is trying to save up for a house. So he bought all kinds of new camera equipment. He bought extra seasons of Breaking Bad. He's been spending money like a fucking drunk whore. Yeah, I moved in with Delaine's parents so we could save money for a house, but I needed this gimbal.
Fun
it's a nice
fact,
gift.
my
I'm just giving you
Discover.
shit, man.
Fun fact, my Discover card has no interest for 15 months and 5% cash back. So.
No payments till 2009. So as you guys have seen, and that's why this one is so funny, because I don't think there was a single one of those PT Cruisers that was more expensive than this one.
Well, I gotta tell you, compared to the rest that we've seen tonight, this one has a nice shine on the paint. Like you can see the reflection of the garage door on the top. You know, like this one looks like it's been taken care of a lot better than most of them. Maybe not the convertible one with the blue one.
Honestly, out of the group, if I was going to drive one, it'd probably be that.
Well, yeah, because it already comes with the rims. Like, you know, those rims cost more than that car probably.
Oh, yeah, you're paying for the rims.
Yeah,
Well, you get a free car with a set of wheels and tires.
yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I just thought it would be fun to do something that is kind of like boat parts, but more of something that I found funny. And I thought you guys would all get a kick out of that. And like I said, I only dealt with, when I typed in Las Vegas, the Arizona one just came up in there. So I was like, because it was, within a certain diameter of my search.
Like 100 miles.
But yeah, that's why when this one came out at $10,050 for the first time, I lost my shit. Because
Yeah.
it was just like, this is fucking insane that anybody would think you could get that kind of money out of a PT Cruiser. And as we've seen, you could buy 3 PT Cruisers for $10,000. So,
Yeah.
But this one had those extra 2 cylinders in the back seat, my dude.
that's true. It's
So-
the only 6-cylinder PT Cruiser in existence.
Yeah, Grey Wombasky just pointed that out in chat. He said, but that's the special, and it has them invisible extra cylinders.
Extra cylinders, yo.
And then a Tony asked, can you vape it?
You can vape in it.
If you vape and you drive this, you're that douchebag that bought the vape watch.
You could do a vape show in your car if you had a PT Cruiser.
I gotta imagine what like I get, like if anyone drives PT Cruisers, I'm sorry, but what soy guy, like, and I don't even like using like terms like soy and beta and all this stuff, but what soy guy would complain in his driveway of a PT Cruiser from his cell phone? The guy that makes those fucking meatballs. That's perfect.
It's that guy.
Yeah.
It's that white guy. He
Yeah.
lives in Portland, Oregon.
Why couldn't you fucking make them round? What the fuck is wrong with you? Ugh.
I can't leave those up because they make me nauseous just looking at that picture.
I was gonna
Can't do
eat
it.
after this.
Can't do it.
Suaruk says, I drive the Baja Cruiser with Cyndi Lauper on repeat at all times. With a cut-off sleeve shirt, yeah.
And one last picture I'll show you guys just because we're coming up to the end of the show and we're going to get out of here. I've been dealing with this Walmart thing because you guys know I love their delivery service. Well, they stopped delivering 2-liter bottles of Mountain.
They gave up on Anthony.
Yeah. I think that they just decided to take it off of their delivery items. So I have been ordering, instead of ordering 2 liters, I'm like, fuck you, then you can bring me a bunch of 16-ounce bottles, 6-packs. So the other day when I got a delivery, I just took a picture of this because I thought it was funny. Somebody had to carry 10
Oh my God.
6-packs of bottles up 3 flights of stairs. so they could deliver them to me.
Dude, that's why Walmart's making you wait a whole week now. They're whatever high school kid that's high named Chet that's doing your orders is so pissed at you. They started subsidizing their deliveries to you to DoorDash.
It just made me laugh because it was just like, okay, you're going to take 2 days off? Fine. You have these available on here. I'm just going to order the same amount of liquid and go this route instead. So here you go. Yeah, so they ended up delivering 10 of these. Well, the deal is with them, you have to have $35 to get a delivery, or you have to pay extra money. And so I bought $35 worth of these. I'm like, you can't take these off my order because then there would be no order. So I'm not paying for it if you don't deliver these. But yeah.
They're going to pay you to not order anymore. And then David Moyle has a question for you. I'm not sure what he means, but he says, what does an AE86 go for over there, Anthony?
I'm not sure what an AE86 is.
Good thing I have Google.
Nor am I.
Oh, an AE86 was those, what is it, Honda, I think? Toyota. It's those cars that were the hatchback with the pop-up headlights. I'll pop it up on screen real quick because I did have the browser set up.
Yeah, and I can't see that anyway, so thanks.
Yeah. But for chat, this was the AE86. So it was like the...
Maybe if he screen shared it to Zoom, that would be helpful, eh, Anthony?
Yeah, I could do that. Hold on.
I think we did good for what we had to work with tonight.
There you
this
go.
is also another picture that was in the list here. I might as well show you. This is something my son. Oh, go ahead. Oh, yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't sell those over here. That almost looks like a Nissan 200 SX.
That's a Japanese car right there.
Yeah, but they don't.
Yeah, that is not a North American market car.
So $1 million because they don't sell them over here.
Yeah, pretty much.
It probably
This
go
is a
for
picture from a long time ago. My son used to play a lot of basketball, and he's like, "Man, you know when you're having a bad day, when you get your basketball stuck
in your water
and then
bottle.
you throw your water bottle up there to knock it down, and it gets stuck also." So this is the kind of week I've been having right here. This is give you a perfect example.
And then David Moyle, I just looked up the AE86 price for a auction for a coupe. I'm not going to go super high into it. For the MSRP though, for that car, which is obviously from like what? Long ass time ago, 26,000.
Looks like the car that Jackie Chan drove in Cannonball, like a Cannonball Run movie or something like that.
Yeah. For an auction, it sold for $16,900 in 1985.
Jesus.
So it's definitely one of those like burner cars for like those guys that like to rev their Hondas at 2 a.m. behind a Walmart, like, you know, at 6,000 RPMs. Like,
yeah, it could be a rear engine car that gets made into like a drift car or something like that.
Yeah.
I could see.
that's a Japanese Fox body Mustang. Like,
All right, pal. Well, I'm out of shit, so let's wrap this up and let these nice people go to bed.
yeah. David Will says useless facking convertible 200 SX. So shout out to Geekus for hanging out as long as he did. He does have work early tomorrow and some stuff going on, so he has had to leave. I will do it for him. Twitch.tv/GeekusMaximus. I'll put it in the chat. He does streamings here and there. You'll often find Snorkel there in the chat as the omnipotent voice. You also find him here. I'm saying it for him. Otherwise, he loves you guys.
Yeah, I mean, pretty nailed it. Moving on.
Anthony, you do a lot of cool stuff.
Well, don't you want Snorkel to say where you can find him?
He already did it for me.
Oh, well, that's great.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I own a small media company called Shake and Bake Media, where I do all kinds of labels and posters, and I've started to veer off into T-shirts with oinksquad.com. If you have an idea for a T-shirt you'd like to have done, by all means, give me the information. I'd be happy to do it. Normal weeks when I have internet, I do a lot of work, and this week was definitely different. But I would suggest, kind of like old people say, like everybody should have to work at a fast food restaurant in their life. Everybody should have to spend 4 days with no internet just to see what your life would actually be like back in the Stone Age. But no, don't do that because
it's not worth it.
If you can't last long enough to take a shit without your cell phone, imagine a whole week.
Yeah. That's been pretty much it. And just make sure you have a set of rabbit ears tucked away somewhere so that you can watch some ridiculously bad television. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, my Instagram is I'm_Anthony Romello. We just had absolutely nothing on it this last week because you know why. But anyway, I really enjoy doing this show. I think it's a lot of fun. And, even on weeks where I can't put together some of my, awesome, outrageous, reels or fakes or games, we can still have some fun. So I hope, chat, you guys enjoyed this. And you guys are the reason we do this. So thank you so much for coming back week after week. And a big thanks to Big Rick for putting our stuff out to other places because we're always looking for avenues to advertise to new people because we think this show is fun, and we think that the more people that actually watch it will probably enjoy it. So people like Sewer Rug, who have come on a little later, have also told other people about it, and we really appreciate that. It's different than any other show that you're probably watching out there, and we're grateful for that because we want to be different. So,
Yeah, vaping's not a personality.
And Bo Parts will be back next week, as well as a regular show. So we'll do some more games and fun stuff then. And Vandal, why don't you take us on home?
I want to shout out Graham Basky real quick. I think he was talking about where to find Snorkel, and he's like, well, duh, under the sea. So obviously Snorkel is in a submarine now.
Okay, cool. I'll take that up. Great.
You guys are beautiful. Chat, you are amazing. Your interaction's always great. Always look forward to this. I don't look forward to a lot of things, but I look forward to coming here. We will be back next week. We just came back off of our break, so we have 2 more shows in us before we leave you guys with Grandma and go horror it up on the town. Other than that, hopefully Anthony's internet's fixed. But otherwise, look at what he did with his bare bones stuff. Like, he barely had internet and he did all this. So imagine what he will do for you. If you need anything for your bumpers, all this kind of stuff, make sure you hit him up. You want to start a YouTube show, whatever it is, graphics. Also, he can do custom design t-shirts. As you guys see, he's wearing one right now. I'm wearing one right now. I have a bunch we're going to do some pictures of and all that stuff. OinkSquad.com. Other than that, you guys are beautiful. You guys made our night amazing. We'll see you guys next Friday. Love you. You're very special. Have a good fucking night. Bye, everybody. SpongeBob SquarePants, said David Wong.